need to, to see talaga that you are really there. How about the others? Kenneth, Daryl, Jan Paul, and yeah, si ano na lang, si Daryl na lang at saka si Kenneth ang hindi nagre-raise ng hand. Nasaan kaya sila? Andyan ba sila? Baka iniwan lang yung yung post.
Naligo pa ko,
Daryl?
ma'am. Ma'am, naligo pa.
Okay, sige. Habang naliligo. Sige. Anyway, how about si Kenneth? Saan si Kenneth? Natulog? Kenneth, inform mo kami if you're there na, ha? Sige, sige. Okay, thank you so much. You may down your hands na. And your attendance is already recorded. So thank you for that. You may now unraise your hand. Thank you. Okay, si JM na iwan. Okay. So can you see my shared screen now?
Wala, ma'am.
Wala. Miss. Sige, wait lang. That one.
Ito na, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Okay, so we will start our discussion even they are not here. Anyway, this is a recorded session. So we are in a day 9 training session now for Java programming and C3. Okay, but before we will proceed to our next topic, let us have a brief review about our last topic, which is saan na ba tayo dito? Sa ating nga yung topic natin last time? We have the control structure, specifically a selection structure. So meaning you will choose, or the condition will be evaluated if it is true or false. If it is true, meaning you will, what we call that, execute the statement inside that it could be a selection control structure. If this it could be the if statement, the if else, or the switch case statement. Okay, so we have what we call the one way selection, and we can use the if for that. And for the two way, we have the if else, meaning if the condition is met, then you will execute the first statement, but if it is not, the second statement will be executed. Okay? For the switch case statement naman, you will compare to a given expression. Bali yung magiging condition mo is yung mga cases natin. If that cases will be equal, or equal to the given expression as a switch na part, then yung case na yon yung e-execute natin. And then we have the break and the continue, meaning break, you will stop that specific switch statement. Then continue if you want to still proceed to the next cases, if you want to still what we call that, execute or evaluate the next cases. Okay, so but there are times that you didn't have to put the break if you don't want to quit it. Okay, it is not a mandatory one, it is it is optional, so it is your choice as a programmer. Okay, so this time we will talk about still control structure, but in the repetition control structure part. Okay, for the repetition control structure, we will talk about while loop, for loop, do while loop, break and continue statement, and the nested control structure. Okay, in the previous topic, which is selection control structures, you learned how decisions are incorporated and programmed. In this topic, we will discuss how repetitions or loops are incorporated into a programs. Okay? So there may be a situation when you need to execute a block of statement repeatedly. Suppose you want to create a program that prints the number from 1 to 100 on the screen. So you can do this by using the print statement 100 times, which is impractical. Come to think of copy-paste ka ng 100 times sa system that out that print 1, system that out that print 2, system that out that print 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, up to the 100 times. That is so tasky. At the same time, it will consume a lot of lines or a lot of statements with that your program will be laggy because of that lengthy na program statements. Okay? Um, you can do that one actually by using the print statement. You can print 100 times, and you can do that by using the loops. Okay? You can perform that one by typing the print statement 100 times through loops. Okay? And that, if we will compare the number of lines na yung system that out that print na 100 times, maybe sa looping statement natin, we can only 5 lines for that. So, come to think of 100 lines compared to the 5 lines we have. Okay? Remember again, the lengthy your program is, the heavy or it needs more memory. So, it consumes a memory space, a lot of memory space. So, in that way, magiging laggy or magiging mabagal yung takbo ng program mo because of that lengthy na program statement. Okay? So, from 100 to 5 lines. Okay? We have 95 lines na masasave because of the looping statement. Okay? Again, the use of loops or what we call the repetition control structure in programming is to allow computers to perform tasks repeatedly. Okay? So like for example, you just write a one statement na like for example, system that out that print. Then tawagin lang yung variable based on the current value of that variable. So yun lang, yung isang line lang yun. Okay? Instead of putting a code na system that out that print 1, system that out that print 2, system that out that print 3, yun na yung magiging equivalent nun, yung 100 times natin na printing. Yung system that out that print, then calling the variable na gusto mong i-print, which is yung variable na yun, nag-i-increment siya, nag-i-increase yung kanyang value. Okay? Habang naglo-looping siya. If you still remember your flowchart, ganun yung, yung tawag na to, yung idea doon dito sa looping natin. Mag-i-increment siya, magkakaroon siya ng process na mag-i-increase siya. Okay? And that way, hanggang 100, maglo-loop siya. But at least, the computer will do the task. Hindi ikaw yung magpiprint ng system that out that print, hindi mo ilalagay sa code yung system that out that print 1, system that out that print 2, up to the 100. Okay? So, yun yung advantage of having the looping or repetition control structure. So, another example is to write a program using a loop to compute the salary of employees repeatedly until all the salaries of employees are computed. So, come to think of, you have siguro, let's say 100 pa din na employees. So, if you're going to use the sequential or the selection or the sequential, come to think of the sequential one, yeah, you have to read the statement 1, statement 2, statement 3, magiging tasky for the computer itself, diba? And tasky as sa part mo as a programmer. So in that sense, you will be using the looping statement. Okay? So now, we'll go to our different types of looping statement. So we have the while loop, the for loop, and the do while loop. Okay? So this are actually when we talked about the while loop, okay, there's one. Okay? So this is the graphical explanation of the while loop. Okay? The while loop evaluates a condition first. Okay? So, i-evaluate muna niya yung condition natin bago natin gagawin o hindi yung statement. So, condition, if it is true, then execute the statement. If it is not, then labas sa while statement. Okay? Again, the while loop evaluates a condition first. If the condition evaluates a true, the loop body executes, or yung statement within the loop. Then this repeatedly executes statement as long as the condition here is true. Otherwise, if false, the while loop will terminate and continue to the next statement. Okay? Outside the while loop. Okay? This one naman for the for loop, okay? It is used to execute statements a specific number of times. This is useful when you know how many times a task is to be repeated. Okay? Same condition muna, then true, process the statement, and then magkakaroon ng update, and then balik, reading the condition again. And then false, stop. Okay? So, ganun yung for loop. Later, we will have an example about this. Isa-isahin lang natin muna yung kanyang ano. Okay? The do while loop naman, this is the same with the while loop. It's just that the do while loop executes the loop body first before it evaluates the condition. Okay? Kung baga si while loop, ang kanyang execution ng statement, ang minimum execution niya is 0. Again, ang minimum execution ni while loop is 0. Kasi kung first pa lang na loop niya is false na, diretso out siya. Hindi niya tumababasa na to na statement. For a do while loop, ang minimum execution niya is 1. For what reason? Kasi sabi nga natin, if we talked about the do while loop, you will execute first the statement before evaluating the condition. So, we will have a minimum 1 execution of a statement. Then, kung mag-false man dito, then at least nakapag-execute siya at least 1. Okay? Bago siya nag-stop. Unlike dito, diretso stop siya pag false. At hindi niya ma-execute yung ating statement dito. Yun yung kaibahan ng do while loop at saka ng ating while loop. Okay? While loop has a minimum of 0 execution kasi nga condition muna bago statement. While kay do while loop, minimum execution is 1 kasi statement muna bago evaluation of condition. Okay tayo? Clear tayo doon? Hello? Are we clear on that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sige. If you have a question, just raise your hand or call my attention. Okay, next is this one. Okay, so this is an example of a while loop. So the while loop repeats a block of statement while a given condition is evaluates to true. It evaluates a condition before executing the loop body. So the general form of the while loop in Java is this one. So while, then the expression you have, and then the statement you have in here, and do not forget the beginning and the ending curly braces. Okay? The expression is a loop condition enclosed in parentheses. Okay, always remember that. The expression can be relational or logical expression that returns either true or false value. Okay, a Boolean value, not a string value, not a arithmetic value. A Boolean value. Kaya nga relational and logical ang possible na meron tayo dito na expression. Okay? So, the statements enclosed in curly braces, which is this one, Okay, the open and the ending curly braces, yung statement. Under that, yan yung while loop statement na meron tayo. Okay? And this is what we call loop body. Okay? The loop body can be either a simple or a compound statement. Okay? Simple statement meaning isang statement lang. Like for example, system.out.print, isang line lang. A compound statement could be several lines of system.out.print or initialization, declaration. It's up to you. Okay? So, pwede yon. Pwedeng simple, pwedeng compound statement. Okay? When executing the while loop, the expression provides an entry condition. So, magbe-base tayo ngayon sa expression niya. Okay, kung anong entry niya dyan. Kung true ba yan or false. If it evaluates the true, the loop body executes and the expression is re-evaluated. If it is evaluates again to true, the loop body continues to execute until the expression evaluates to false. Okay? A loop that continue to execute endlessly is called an infinite loop. Okay? Like for example, may nilagay ka dito na magkukos ng infinite loop. Okay? In that infinite loop, magkakaproblema tayo kasi maglalag din yung IDE ninyo. Okay? Magkakaroon siya ng flooding. Okay? So, like for example, ang value mo is 0. Okay? Tapos, ang expression mo dito, like for example, this is int, pangalanan natin ng variable, halimbawa lang a. Int a equals to 0. Tapos, ang condition mo dito is if a is equal to 0. Okay? And then, here, wala kang way na mag-increment or decrement ng 0. Okay? So, magkakaroon yan siya ng infinite loop. Kasi always, si A is 0. So, magkakaproblema ka in times of compiling and running your program. And yun, worst case is maglalag yung IDE. Kasi paulit-ulit na lang siya. Wala siyang, ano siya ba, kumbaga, unlimited yung printing of 0 kung nagpiprint ka man ng A value. So, yan yung infinite loop na natin na sinasabi. Walang katapusan. Okay? So, yun. So, to avoid an infinite loop, make sure that the loop body contains one or more statements that ensure that the loop condition will eventually be false. So, pwedeng gawin natin na A plus plus or magiging or A minus minus para hindi siya mag-equal to 0 at i-exit siya sa while loop natin. Or any other way is ang condition mo mismo ang gagawin mo dito, ang gagawan mo ng paraan. Okay? Aside from you have increment and decrement. Okay? Increment, yung plus plus natin, minus minus is decrement. Meaning it could be pag increment, mag-a-add siya ng 1, pag decrement, mag-deduct siya ng 1. Each looping execution. Okay, ganun yung ano natin. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng increment at saka decrement natin. So, and the usual, pag nasa while ka, this is unusual na ginagamit. Yung while na to. Okay? The usual ang ginagamit natin, it could be lesser than equal, greater than equal, or greater lang talaga or lesser lang talaga or not equal. It's up to the problem given actually. Okay? So, we have an example here. Okay? So, this loop prints whole number from 0 to 10. Okay? So, ipiprint niya yung value. Ito yung nagsasabi na ipiprint niya. Okay? Yung value na meron kay Nam. Currently, nag-declare siya at the same time nag-initialize ang value na 0 kay Nam. Okay? So, ang mangyayari, so for you to trace the program, pwede, kung ano yung mga variable na meron tayo dito. Like, para matrace natin kung ano yung takbo talaga ng program natin. So, pwede natin siyang i-trace at sundan natin siya from the beginning of the looping up to the end. So, lagay natin dito num. Current value of your num is 0, according sa example. Okay? So, pagpunta natin dito, while num is lesser than 10, which is num is 0, is it true or false? Is 0 lesser than equal to 10? True or false? Hello? Is 0 lesser than
True.
equal to 10? The answer is
True, ma'am.
true. Okay, so true siya. Since true siya, pupunta siya dito. And it will print the value of your num, which is 0. So, lagyan natin dito na part, print. Ito yung output na anuhan na part. Okay? So, ipiprint niya 0. After that, ipinrint niya, meron tayong num plus plus, which means num plus 1, which is this one. Okay? So, ngayon, si num natin magiging 1 na. Now, is num, which is 1, is lesser than equal to 10? True or false? Is 1 lesser than equal to 10? Hello?
True,
Is
ma'am.
1. Okay, true pa din. Okay, so execute na naman natin system.out.println, meaning next line tayo. So, ang value ni num ngayon is 1. So, print nyo yun. And then, num plus plus magiging 2. 2 is lesser than equal to 10. Still, true tayo. So, gagawin pa din niya yung system.out.println. And then, tatawagin yung value ng ating num. So, ipiprint niya na naman 2. And then, dito naman, mag-i-increment yung value from 2 to 3. So, wala na yan, no? And then, 3 is lesser than equal to 10. Still true. Then, print niya 3. And then, increment na naman tayo. Increment 4. Okay? And then, balik tayo sa ating, from here, balik tayo sa condition. Okay, num, which is 4. Diba? From 3, 4. Okay, wala na yan. Okay, 4 is lesser than 10. So, still true. Print pa rin ang num. Ito na line, which is 4 na ito. And then this one, magiging 5 kasi sa increment natin. Okay, alis na yan. And then, balik na naman tayo sa condition dito. Is num lesser than equal to 10? Okay, still, this is lesser than equal to 10. True pa din. Print na naman yung num, which is 5. And then, increment na naman yung num na value. Magiging 6. Crash out. Then, back to the condition. Is num, which is 6, lesser than equal to 10? Still true. Then, balik na naman dito, print na naman si 6. And then, crash out si 6. Because of this, magiging 7 na naman siya. And then, go back to the condition, which is num is lesser than equals to 10. Okay? Still true. Print the 7 here. Crash out the 7. Then, increment na naman tayo. Okay? So, magiging 8 na naman si num. And then, we will evaluate again the value of your num. If it is greater than or equal to 10, then if it is true, still, ipiprint pa rin natin yung value ni 8. Okay, sa output natin. And then, mag-i-increment na naman tayo. Crash out the 8. It will be 9. And then, evaluate it again. Is 9 lesser than equal to 10? Yes pa rin. Print again the value of your num, which is 9. And then, we will increment again. Magiging 10. Is 10 lesser than equal to 10? Still, true pa rin because it is equal to 10. So, print pa rin natin yung 10. And then, we will increment it into 11. Now, is 11 lesser than equal to 10? So, magiging false na siya sa 11 na part. Then, meaning, the while statement stops. since 11 na yung value. So, ang magiging result na makikita mo, yung magiging output ng program mo is this one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay? That's how while loop works. Okay, nasundan ba yon?
Um,
Any question so far? Again, ha? So, in the example, the variable num is a loop control variable. Okay? This one. The num here. The num or the variable num is what we call loop control variable. This is a variable whose value determines whether the loop execution continues. Within the loop body, the statement num++ is used to update the loop control variable until the loop condition evaluates to false. Come to think of, wala itong num++ na yan. In that case, magkakaroon tayo ng sinasabi natin kanina na infinite loop pag wala tong num++. Kasi eventually, pag wala tong num++, forever magiging 0 yung num. And forever magiging lesser than or equal to 10 siya. Always remember that one. That's why loop control variable is very important if we talked about looping statement. Okay? So, yun. Proceed tayo with our exercise. Okay? Sa exercise natin, we have this one. Okay. You will write a Java while loop that displays the first 5 even numbers. Okay? Yung first 5 even numbers lang natin. Okay? So, ako ang gagawa for now. Or you may help me while doing this one. Okay? If you have some idea, just give me, just call my attention. You may try it there. Ano muna tayo? Sige. Share ko yung buong screen ko. Okay. So, day 9 demo tayo. Finish. Java class, day 9 demo. Okay. So, in here, gawa muna tayo dito. Public static void main. Again, balik tayo sa question. Write a problem where, write a Java while loop that displays the first 5 even numbers. So, I will not use a scanner this time. So, diretso ako magbibigay lang ng value. Magdi-declare and mag-initialize sa ating program. Okay? So, ang goal natin, we will print the 5 or the first 5 even numbers, of course, from 1. Okay? So, dito, ang gagawin natin, in here sa while loop, meron, pwede kang magdagdag ng counter na variable. Okay? So, it's up to you kung ano ipapangalan mo sa variable na yan. Okay? So, in my case, I will name that CTR, short for counter. So, again, if you are naming your variable, it's up to you. But then again, a suggestion is that it should be close to its functionality. Okay? So, from that, in counter equals to 1. And then, pwede ko dito, while eto yung magiging ano ko kasi 5 man, diba? 5 times lang na even number. Okay? While, pwedeng gawin natin dito, na natin ilagay yung condition. So, ang statement muna natin. I-statement muna natin. Ang goal natin is we will print the 5 even number na maano natin. Okay? So, gawin lang natin could be pwede nating gawin is series na lang. Pero, name tayo ulit dito ng series na variable. Okay? So, while CTR is not equal to 5 or 6. Okay? So, si series, ano daw yung problema ni series? Have been initialized. So, later on, ano lang natin yan. So, while counter is not equal to 6, bakit siya yan. Okay? So, yan. Ang gagawin natin, ipiprint natin yung value nung ating even numbers. But before that, okay? But before that, ang gagawin natin, maglalagay tayo ng condition dito if the series, okay? Si series na lang natin, lagyan na lang natin ng 1. If series is modulo 2 equals to 0, print series. Okay? So, yan. Yan. Ano yun? Okay, ingat-ingat sa curly braces. Okay? Kasi medyo nakakalito din siya. So, yan. And then, si CTR natin, dito. So, pag once lang na mag-i-increment si counter pag magpiprint siya ng series. So, CTR here, plus plus. Okay? We will try to run this one if it will print yung 5 even numbers natin. Yung first even numbers natin. So, let's try kung tama ito. If not, then we will fix it again. Diba? We will debug it. Okay? So, we have, saan na ba tayo? Run this one. Tingnan natin kung may error ba or wala. Bakit, ano to? Wait lang ha. Day 9 tayo. Okay, so ang code natin is, teka lang ha. Bakit para siyang ano? Matagal ang loading niya. Teka lang. Run file. Wala naman siyang error nilalabas. Pero ang tagal niya mag-reply. I-ano natin. Close natin lahat muna. What happened to this? Delete natin lahat yung running statement natin. Okay? So, close natin. Run natin. Can you try in your part here? Kasi parang naman problema tayo sa ano. Hindi naman siya naglalabas ng error. But ang tagal niya magbigay ng output. What do you think is the problem in here? I-try nyo to na code if it is working in your part.
Ganon din sa akin, ma'am.
Ganito din siya.
Opo, ma'am. Walang
Running lang siya.
Opo, ma'am.
Okay, sige, wait lang. Counter plus plus, okay. Series. Plus plus. Baka may kulang tayo. Okay. Sarahan natin. Or we will not put it there. Sige, wait lang ha. May kulang siguro tayong nilagay para ano. In that way, baka nag-infinite loop. Okay. Okay, nag-infinite loop siya at the time kasi hindi siya nag-infinite loop. Wala lang siyang ginagawa. Kasi nga, hindi, yung 1 pa lang, sa 1 pa lang, hindi niya to nabasa. And then si control naman, always lang si series na, which is equals to 1, yun lang always ini-evaluate niya. So, wala siyang output na binibigay sa atin. Okay? So, yan. Teka lang, wait. So, yan. So, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, ang gagawin niya, so we have two variables which is si counter at saka si series. So, ang purpose natin, eto na part, is dapat 5 beses lang siya magpiprint ng even numbers. Okay? So, ang counter natin, nilagay natin siya inside sa if statement. Kasi mag-i-increment lang yung counter natin pag meron na siyang na-print na series. Okay? Or even number. Okay? Kasi, di ba, pag once na, eto, sige, ano natin, lagay natin siya sa, ano tawag nito, PowerPoint presentation. Para at least, basa natin siya kung paano ang movement niya, kumbaga. Okay? So, from here, hindi kasi natin to siya masulatan. Okay? Betting na natin. Wala eh. So, no way of parang, okay, sige, anyway. So, let's print na lang this one. Snipping tool tayo. Ito lang naman yung importante dito na part. Actually. Okay, ito yung code natin and we'll put it here para mapaglaruan natin yung ito na code. Okay, now, and then we will also run this one. Okay, para makapag tayo. Okay, so from here, so we have two variables, name, counter, and series. So again, in naming your variable, it's up to you, but then the suggestion, it should be close to its functionality. Now, after the declaration and initialization of your value, or variable, magkakaroon na tayo ng etong while na loop na to. Ito ang magsasabi kung 5 even numbers na ba yung ating napiprint. Okay? But then of course, depende pa rin sa statement natin inside that while loop. Okay? Pasukin muna natin yung classmate nyo. Okay. So from here, while, so kagaya ng ginawa natin kanina, so kukunin natin lahat yung variable na meron tayo. This is for program tracing ha. We have CTR na variable, we have series na variable. Okay, this is a program tracing part. Halimbawa, wala kang compiler, ikaw na mismo ang magbabasa, mag-evaluate ng buong mong program. And this one, dito na part, ito yung output natin. Okay? This is one way to evaluate your program. Okay, so ganyan yan. Okay? So, for counter, the first value of your counter is what? Anong value ni counter? Hello? Ano ang value ni counter? Hello? Ano ang value ni counter una?
1, ma'am.
Okay, 1. How about ni series?
1. 1 gihapon.
Okay, very good. So now from that one, gagamitin na natin siya dito na condition. Okay? So while this one, this is our expression, is CTR or the counter is not equal to 6. True or false?
Oh, ay true, ma'am.
Okay, so true siya. So meaning, pag true, gagawin niya yung nasa loob ng ating while statement. Okay? So meron tayong if condition sa ating while. Now, babasahin natin ngayon if series, ano yung value ng series natin ulit?
1.
Okay, 1. Then 1 modulo 2 is equal to what? When
Sa first
1
na, ma'am.
when 1 modulo 2, ano ang result? When we have 1 modulo 2, anong result? Kasi 1 ang
1
value ni
gapon, ma'am.
series, di ba? Okay, the value is, as a whole, this is 1. Is 1 equal to 0?
False.
Okay, so false siya. So, hindi tayo dadaan dito sa statement ni if. Diretso, lalabas tayo dito. Okay, kasi false siya. So, ngayon, si series, anong ibig sabihin nito? Series plus plus?
Magdagdag ng 1, ma'am.
Okay, magdagdag ng 1 kay series. So, alisin natin si 1, then we have this 1. So, magiging 2 na si series. After nagdagdag tayo kay series, balik tayo dito since last statement si series, pupunta tayo dito ulit. Okay? Is counter not equal to 6, which is ang counter still 1? True or false?
True.
Okay, true. So, ulit, pupunta na naman siya dito kay if statement. Is series modulo 2, where series is equal to 2, is equal to 0? Is 2
True,
modulo
ma'am.
2 equals to 0? Okay, true siya. In this
True.
case, hindi siya lalabas since true siya, diba? Kasi 2 modulo 2, 0, 0 is equal to 0. So, true, pupunta siya ngayon dito na statement. System that out that print series, which is ang value ni series is what? Anong value ni series? Anong
3, ma'am.
value ni
2.
series? 2.
2,
Okay,
ma'am.
so ipiprint niya, yan, nandito, di ba? So ipiprint niya dito 2. Okay, remember may ln yan. So magne-next line yan siya after. Okay? And then we have here counter plus plus. What will happen to your counter? Magiging
2.
2. Crash out the 1, counter will be 2. Okay? And then, last ng statement, lalabas na siya, then execute niya, series will be equal to 3. Okay? Alis ang 2. Now, from here, babalik siya dito sa ating condition, is 2, ang counter natin na value is not equal to 6. True or false?
True, ma'am.
Okay, still true. Pasok siya kay if. Is series modulo 2 equals to 0 where series is equals to 3? True or false?
False.
Okay, so since false na naman siya, hindi niya i-execute etong dalawang to, then balik siya dito kay series, then series will be equal to 4. Then from series na naging 4, balik siya sa while loop natin. Now is 2 not equal to 6, still true pa rin siya, tama? So in that case, balik siya dito kay if statement, is series which is 4 modulo 2 equals to 0. So magiging true na naman siya. Okay? Magiging true na naman siya, pasok siya kay if statement, then system that out that print series, the value of your series is 4. So magiging 4 dito, and your counter will be equal to 3, then crash out the 2. After this last statement, pupunta siya ngayon dito kay series. Okay? Series now will be equal to 5. Crash out the 4. Then go back to this to the control structure natin. which is counter, which is equal to 3, is not equal to 6. True or false? Is 3 not equal to 6? Hello? Is 3 not equal to 6? Are you still there? The question
True,
is,
ma'am.
okay, true. So, papasok pa din tayo kay if statement. Now, value of your series is 5 na. Now, 5 is 5 modulo 2 is equal to 0. Again, is 5 modulo 2 equals to 0.
False.
Okay, will be false. So, diretso, labas siya sa if statement, then punta siya kay while statement muna. Then, ang series magiging 6, crash out of 5, go back to the condition for your while, then counter, still, 3 pa rin yan. So, magiging true pa rin kasi not equal naman 3 to 6. Okay, so pasok na naman siya sa if. Now, your series equals to 6. Then, 6 modulo 2 is equals to 0. True na naman. Print the value of your series, which is 6. And then, counter will be updated to 4. And go back to, go out in the if statement. Then, basahin ang statement, additional statement na meron kay while na outside kay if, which is series. So, magiging 7 si series, crash out the 6, go back to this one, is counter, which is 4, not equal to 6, still true, pasok kay if, is series, which is 7, modulo 2 equals to 0, the value here is 1, so false, labas diretso, then kay series na naman, si series magiging 8. Go back to the condition again. Counter still 4. Not equal pa din. Pasok pa rin kay if. Then this time is 8 lesser than, is 8. Hindi na nababasa. Teka lang. Is 8 modulo 2 equals to 0. True. Then print this value of your series, which is 8. And then your value for your counter will increment into 5. And then go out. Then punta kay series plus plus, which is magiging 9. Crash out the 8. And then go back to the condition. So this counter will be equal to 5. So not equal pa din. Pasok pa rin kay if. Then this time magiging 9 na. Si series 9 modulo 2 is 1. 1 is not equal to 0. So exit tayo diretso sa if, then punta na naman tayo kay series na magiging 10 siya. So, crash out the 9, and then we will go back to our while condition, then counter still 5 is not equal to 6, so true pa rin. If series, naging 10 na siya, so 10 modulo 2 equals to 0, so 0 equals to 0. So, print the value of our series, which is 10, lagay natin dito, and then si counter mo magiging 6, crash out of 5, and si series mo magiging 11. Okay? Then, go back to the condition. So, counter is equals to 6 is not equal to 6. This time, magiging false na siya. Okay? 6 is not equal to 6 ba? Hindi, diba? So, yan. Equal sila. Okay? So, false na. From that on, lalabas na tayo. Dito na tayo. So, stop the program. The last value na meron si counter sa memory natin is 6 and si series is 11. Pero ang makikita natin na output is this one. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Which is nasa ating dito. Nakuha ba natin yon? Any question from this? This is how you evaluate or read your program. Okay? In case na wala kayong unit, 'di ba? Or in case wala kayong laptop or ano, pwede nyong gawin ito na part. As long as walang graphical na included or inclusion. Okay? So pwedeng ganito. Okay, this is what we did during in our days. Okay? So manual ang compile ng aming program. Okay? And then hopefully in your part matutunan niyo to. Madali lang naman siya. Okay? So yun lang yung always yung gawin. Okay? I-identify nyo yung mga variable na meron kayo at dapat masundan nyo yung update ng bawat variable na yon. And nandyan din si output mo dito. So, ganun siya kung paano magbasa ng ating program without your compiler. Okay? Yung ating, computerized compiler. Okay. So, let's proceed with our next problem. Create a Java while loop that calculates the sum of the first 10 numbers, natural numbers, then print the result. Okay, create a Java while loop that calculates the sum of the first 10 natural numbers, then print the result. So meaning, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If we will add that one using our calculator, 1 plus 2 plus, tama ba? Plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. We should have 55. Tama ba? Ulitin natin ha. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. So, yan dapat yung magiging result natin. 55. Okay? All you have to do is calculate the sum of the first 10 numbers, 10 natural numbers, then print the result. So, ayong 55 yung natin. Ipiprint out natin. Okay? Sige. So, you want to try? Hello? You want to try? Ba't ang tahimik natin dyan?
We have no confidence, ma'am.
Dapat i-practice natin yung confidence yan. Try lang naman. Try lang. Hindi ko naman kayo yun eh. And, yeah, tulungan to. Diba? So, we will create a Java while loop that calculates the sum of the first 10 total numbers, then print the result. Actually, yung structure niya, para lang din siyang katulad dito sa taas. So, meron kang counter, kasi dito 5 even numbers, diba? Ito naman 10 natural numbers. Okay, so, maglo-looping siya 10 times. But then, while naglo-loop siya, magkakaroon siya ng, tawag nito, adding process. Pero wala pa siyang printing. At the end of the, at the end of the looping na siya magpiprint ng result. Ganun yung mangyayari. So, the usual, halimbawa, kung counter man ang mo, magka-counter ka man, so, possible, habang hindi pa 10 yung value mo or yung series of values mo, then keep on looping lang siya. Pag sobra na siya sa 10, then stop ang program, then print. Stop the loop and then print the result. Ganun yung mangyayari. You may try on your part. You may share your screen and then we will try to help yung yung code natin. Who wants to share your screen? Then tulungan natin buuin yung program na to. Who wants na yung mag-share ng screen? Yung willing to share ang screen na so far na ginagawa ito ngayon. Then tingnan natin kung anong problema sa ginagawa na program. Sino gumagamit ngayon ng laptop? Huwag mahiya. Pag nagka-college kayo, actually even not in college, pag nagka-college kayo o nag-aaral kayo, you have to learn na mag-communicate sa teacher. Like for example, if you have an idea and you're not sure about it, then try to communicate with your teacher and try to ask for your for the idea of your teacher also. Okay, para matulungan ka. And that way kasi, sabi nga nila, pag once nagtatanong ka, yun yung better compared sa mananihimik ka lang and then hindi mo masosolve yung problem mo. Okay? Still, 2 brains is better than 1, 'di ba? Yun. And sabi nga, andyan always naman yung teacher na mag-back up sa'yo. Wala talaga mag-share ng screen para maano natin, matest natin kung ano yung mali ng program nyo.
Ma'am, wala i-share screen sa CP, ma'am.
Wala ba? Meron.
Wala,
Ma'am, same lang. Huwag ko itong gipapit na ma'am.
Sino yon?
Castillo, ma'am.
Anong tanong mo? Castillo?
Para sabihin na rin mag-present, ma'am.
Yung pinasan ko na ano. So, eto. Or gusto nyo yung raw talaga? Eto. Pwede nyo na itong paglaruan na code actually. Gusto nyo i-copy ko sa sa group natin? Then kayo na lang arrange. Then paglaruan nyo lang siya. Then ko ha. Yan. Ilagay nyo lang sa body ng ng public static yung main method natin. So, yung dapat i-add nyo from 1 to 10. Tapos, i-display nyo siya after adding the ano yung value na yon. Tawag nito. Yung natural numbers natin, after adding the 1 to 10, then that will be the time na ipiprint nyo na siya. So, ang looping niya 10 times muna bago siya mag-print. Dito kasi, nagpiprint siya in the middle of the looping statement. Okay? Ang number 2 problem natin is after na tayo magpiprint. Pag na-add na natin silang lahat. Actually, this problem will help you also answer yung hands-on natin na na activity for day 9. Okay, who wants to try? Who wants to share your screen? Meron yan sa ang alam ko meron yan sa sa tawag nito man? Sa ating cellphone.
Lisudan.
Mahirap
Excuse me,
ba?
ma'am.
Yes, Dario?
Mahirap, ma'am.
Mahirap ba?
Ito mga... Ito, ma'am.
Mahirap, ma'am. May share screen ako, ma'am, pero mahirapan kami.
Sige lang, Michael, try natin. At least kami like for example, ako ang magsabi tapos ilagay mo lang. Mas okay kasi na kayo ang gagawa. Para natin, even hindi talaga, at least tayo, tulungan tayo. Try mo share mo yung screen at makita natin yung mali doon. Dito yung dito matetest yung logic. 'Di ba meron tayong different kinds of error, the syntax error and the logical error. The logical error part is as if wala siyang error, but then the output na binigay sa atin is mali. Okay? So, that logical error will be solved sa ating sarili din mismo. Yun, kaya nga, pag na-programmer ka, we have to develop our critical thinking skills. Kasi kailangan mo talaga siyang pag-aralan or intindihin yung problema. At iintindihin mo din yung program mo at saka syntax mo. Okay? Sige, Michael. Share mo, Michael, para matingnan natin kung ano yung problema sa
Ma'am,
program.
akong NetBeans, good. Akong NetBeans, good, ma'am. Yung ano mo, isa na ako sa GC, ma'am.
Oh, sige. Tingnan natin.
Ma'am, unsa itong mga number gamiton, ma'am?
Isang number lang yan, pero ang dapat ma-print mo, ay ma-add up mo si 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Through looping. Hindi mo makikita yan sa code mo, yung 1 to 10. Okay. Ito ba yun, JM? Castillo?
Kung ma'am, dili makita ang kaning butangan ng mga code, ma'am. Bago lang
Di
mo
ba
na
ito yung
install,
code?
ma'am.
Di ba ito yung code?
Ano, ma'am?
What do you mean, ang output?
Ay, itong design na ko, ma'am. Na ano,
Ay,
ma'am, akong NetBeans, ma'am. Well, dili good mag ano, ma'am. Dili
Ito pala.
Dili ko maka...
Okay. From that, eto sa'yo, JM? Oo, nandiyan nakalagay. JM Castillo. Package yan, JM. So, from that, right-click ka. Tapos, class.
Ano, ma'am, right-click tapos...
I-right-click mo yung package, tapos, a new class. Meron?
Ma'am, okay na po, ma'am.
Okay, so from that, may code na. May nakita ka ng lalagyan ng code?
Wait, ma'am, screenshot na ko, ma'am.
Okay. Eto kay Daryl. Daryl, sa'yo to?
Opo, ma'am.
Okay, while loop demo. Ito yung Ito ba yung ginawa natin kanina? Tama ba? Wala siyang counter. Tama ba? Hindi ka nag-counter. Hindi ka nag-add. Num plus plus.
Makita ko datong ano, ma'am, tong ano ganito. Yung exercise.
Ito.
Apo, ma'am.
Tama, etong code mo, Daryl, nag-produce ba siya ng tamang result?
Paano, ma'am?
Ito, sa'yo to, 'di ba?
Kay
Dili na
Dulam
ko,
na
ma'am.
ako.
Ay, kay
Kay Dulam.
Dulam pala ito, sorry. Kay Dulam, akala ko kay Daryl. Dulam, Arvin?
Po.
Eto na code, nag-produce siya ng tamang sagot. Same sa sagot kanina. Ha? O hindi? Even number. Ito yung kanina na problem, di ba? Even number. Putol yata si Arvin. Sige, wait lang. Tingnan natin tong kaya ano. Okay ka na, JM? Hindi pa din.
Ma'am, okay na, ma'am.
Okay. Sige. Okay. So, yun. Ayaw nyo talaga mag-share ng screen nyo? Arvin, ano yung pinakita mo, Arvin? Ito yung sagot mo sa even number na side or para sa number 2? Putol-putol si Arvin eh, hindi natin siya maano. Okay. Ito yung niya. Meaning nagawa niya. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, program finish. Yeah. Again ha, there are different ways on how to solve the problem, okay, in a program. Okay, so there are many ways on how to do it. So it's up to you on how are you going to do that one, as long as we will come up with the correct output here. Okay? So, but then of course, we will always follow kung halimbawa looping, which is, looping din naman ang ginawa ni Dulam, which is still correct. Okay? Hindi correct kung ang ginawa is ikaw mismo like for example, system that out at print 2, system that out at print 4, system that out at print 6, so on so forth. So, hindi yun okay. Kasi hindi while ang ginamit natin. Sequential ang ginawa natin. Okay? So, in this part, same looping tayo, diba? So, dapat looping ang gagamitin natin. Now, question is, who wants to try? We have to answer this letter B kasi this is in connection with sa ating hands-on. Okay, though ang A din connection pa rin naman, but then I think this is much closer. I think yung letter C is madali lang masyado. Baliktad ata, dapat siyang nauna. Pero pabaliktad pala yung letter C. Sige, try natin. Letter B, tingnan natin ha. Ayaw talaga, walang hihirit na isa na mag-share ng screen. Count tayo 10. Baka meron. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wala talaga? Sige, ano tayo? Sige, ako na naman. Okay? So from here, balikan natin yung problem. Create a Java while loop that calculates the sum of first 10 natural numbers, then print the result. Again, the idea here, we will print the value from we will print the sum of the 10 values, which is 1 to 10. Okay? So, una, ano natin? Accept muna natin si Panya. So, una, gamitin natin to na code. Okay, he wants to screenshot this one. So, para ang program na, ang program na to is for, saan ba to? Even numbers. First 5, printing the first 5 even numbers. Okay? So, kindly screenshot para ma-edit natin siya for the second problem. Okay? So, printing the first 5 even numbers. So, ito yung sample niya. Sige, screenshot nyo please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Wala akong screen.
Wala? Sige, ko na lang. Sige, as a whole, I will just copy this one and then send it to our GC. Kanino to? Sa'yo to do. Si Arvin pa rin ba to? Or si Daryl? Mali ang ako. Ba't ka nag-20 ang counter mo? Dapat hindi ka mag-20, Daryl.
Hindi mag-grants ako, ma'am. Ang nakabutang ko, mag-iran ako ang panamong po ng diesel doon by no main class found.
No?
No main class found.
Dapat mag-ano ka, public static void main.
Meron na, ma'am.
Ang curly braces mo, baka kulang-kulang.
Tama din po.
Dapat kung ilan yung open curly brace mo, yun din yung... paano ka nagra-run? Dito mo siya kiniklik? Sa taas?
Ako, ma'am.
Okay, wag dyan. Kasi ang iba yung inahanap niya. So, doon ka mismo sa class name mo. Dito ka, run file ka.
Tapos,
Run file. So, magra-run na yan siya diretso. Ganyan.
Run file.
Right-click mo lang,
Run
right-click.
Wala mo, wala yun mo. Hindi
Ito.
mapindot ang run file.
Bakit?
Naka-ano siya, ma'am, wait lang, ma'am. Mali ni ma'am. Send lang ako sa GC.
Sige. Dito siya dapat, pag right-click mo sa class, diretso run file. Unless si package ang inano mo. Pag si package ang kinlik mo, wala doon. Si class mo. Yung naka.java, run file. Tingnan natin. Tingnan natin to. Run file. New class.java. Yung test file daw, try mo yung test file. Pero it should be run file. New class.java. JM, ang code mo ilagay mo dito sa com dot, yung naka-gray. Yung naka-gray, ito Ito na part. Diyan mo ilagay yung Java file mo. Try mo dyan.
Okay na po, ma'am. Thank you po.
Nag-run na?
Ma'am.
Sige. Okay, so that one. Balik tayo dito. So again, our goal is to print the sum of the first 10 natural numbers we have, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So here, let us say this is 10. Okay, kasi yung hanggang 10 yung natin. So, instead of ipiprint natin to siya, alisin natin to siya. No, actually, we will not use I think we will not use this one. Okay? So, ganyan lang. Teka lang. So, series natin, 1 to after na ng while, doon natin ipiprint ang series ba ang natin. Sige lang, pag-aralan muna natin. Okay, so basta 10 times lang ang looping niya. From that, we will have a series equals to series plus one siya, no? Series plus counter. Let us just try this one. Okay? And then si counter, nagpa-plus-plus siya. Okay, let's say, una, 0 lang si series. Okay? So, para ang mangyari, we will just try it. Wala na yan si series na plus-plus. Add muna natin. Okay. So, si series yung total na lang. Sum na lang natin to para hindi tayo malito. Sum. Si sum yung ating mag-hold ng value. Okay. So, ang goal natin, So, una, sum is equal to 0 plus counter. So, magiging 1. Then, pag 2 ni 2 ni counter, so, babalik siya dito is 2 not equal to 10. Then, sum which is una 1, ay, 1 na siya this time kasi dumaan na tayo kanina. So, will be 1 plus the 2 na. So, magiging 3, then so on, so forth. So, hanggang aabot tayo doon sa 55 na value. Okay, let us see this one. Okay. Try natin run if it is correct. Okay. Run. Why is it 45? Tama ba? 1 plus 2 plus 3, 45. Kanina 55 yun, di ba? Bakit 45? At equal to 10. Try nyo please. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus, mag-e-excel na lang ako para sure talaga tayo. So, 1, 2, 10. Then, sum. Oops. Okay, 55. So, we will adjust the So, start tayo with, mag-end up tayo. Okay, hanggang 10 pala yung dapat hanggang 11 siya. So, para pag-run natin, yung adding niya hanggang 10. Okay, run the program. That's it, 55. So, yan lang po siya. So, currently, we have two variables, the counter and the sum. Who got it correctly? Tingnan natin yung group chat natin. Okay naman to, no? Okay. Sinong tama dyan? Okay, try natin ulit, siya. Try natin siya i-trace ulit. Okay? Para masanay tayo sa program tracing natin. So, this one, wait lang. So, printing the total of the 10 natural numbers. Okay, printing the total of the 10 natural numbers. Okay, so you may screenshot that one if you want to. There's no problem with that para meron kayong basihan later on. Okay, so pag-aralan natin ulit using this one. Sige. Discard lang natin. Okay, saan na yun? At siya nawala. Okay, so we have this one. Okay, so para medyo maganda naman. Okay, so yan. Okay, so again, same yung gagawin natin. We will have, we'll identify the variables we have. So we have control, or the counter, I mean. Ano ba to? Counter equals to 0, ay 1 una. And then we have the sum equals to 0. Okay. So, ano natin? We have output here. Pangit ng aking sulat kamay. Sige lang. Intindihin nyo na lang. Okay? Ang hirap na ka-mouse. Wala tayong pen tablet eh. Bili muna tayo pen tablet natin. Okay? So, yun. So, first, we're done with this one. Meron na tayo dyan. Na-declare na natin dito, na-initialize na natin. So, punta tayo sa while. Now, is what counter not equal to 11? Yes. So, pupunta siya dito. Sum natin is equal to 0 plus the counter. So, plus lang natin. Then, magiging 1 si sum. Crush out the 0. Si counter ngayon, magiging 2. Okay, crash out the 1. Tapos, from here, babalik siya dito. Is 2 not equal to 11? Still true. Then sum equals to sum plus the counter. So this will be 3. Crash out the 1. Okay? And then, balik na naman tayo. Counter plus plus na naman tayo. This one, crash out. Balik tayo sa counters not equal to 11. Our counter is 3. So, still, true pa rin tayo. Then sum, which is 3 plus the counter is 6. Okay, 3 plus 3 equals to 6. So, crash out this one. Counter will be 4. Crash out the 3. Then go back to the control or the expression we have. Okay, and then 4 is not equal to 11. So true, still sum equals to sum plus the counter, which is magiging 10 eto. Then crash out the 6. Counter will be equal to 5. Crash out the 4. Then go back to the counter, to the control block natin, control expression natin. Counter is 5, not equal still. Then sum plus counter na naman. 5 plus 10 equals to 15. Crash out the 10. Then counter will be equal to 6. Crash out the 5. Go back to our expression. Then sum plus counter is 21. Crash out the 15. Then it will be 7. Crash out the 6. And then go back to our expression. And then still, 7 is not equal to 11, so true pa rin. So sum plus the counter, 21 plus 7, which is 28. Crash out the 21. Okay, and then counter will be 8. Crash out the 8, the 7, I mean. And then go back to our control structure. Counter is not equal to 11 still, since counter is 8. Okay, 8 is not equal to 11 is true. Then sum plus the counter is 28 plus 8 is 36. Crash out the 28. And then we have 9 in here for the counter, since it is counter incrementation or incrementor. Okay, then go back to our expression. Is 9 not equal to 11? Yes. True pa din. Sum plus the counter, 9 plus the 36. We have here 45. Crash out the 36. Then our counter will be 10. Crash out the 9. Go back to our expression. Still, 10 is not equal to 11 is true. Then sum equals to sum plus counter. This will be 55. Now, this time our counter will be 11. Crash out the 11. The 10, I mean. And then go back to this condition. Is 11 not equal to 11? Then this will be the time na magiging false siya, since equal ang 11. So from here, go exit. Go out to our while statement. Then ipiprint na natin yung sum, which is ang value ng sum natin, again, di ba, 55. So kaya ang nakikita natin na result doon sa ating IDE is 55. Currently, the value of your counter is 11 and the value of your sum is 55 sa memory. Okay, ito yung nangyayari sa assignment natin sa memory storage natin. Okay? Pero of course, hindi natin to nakikita. Si compiler ang may task nito. Ang nakikita lang natin is only the output part. Okay? So kaya, from here, from this output, ito yun siya. Where is Apache natin? Bakit nawala si Apache? Okay? So here. Okay? So that's for printing the total of the 10 natural numbers we have. Okay, question so far? Any question? Meron bang message sa ating group? Wala naman? Again, I will send this one sa ating group chat. Para meron kayong ano. Okay. So, yan. So, lagyan natin ang ating comment. para may idea kayo para saan ito. Hey, ayaw niyang mag-ano. Copy, copy. Walang copy ba dito? Okay, then paste as text. Okay, random one. Okay, so printing the total of the 10 natural numbers. So yan po siya. Okay, any questions so far? Again, you may raise your hand if you have a question. Or you may share your screen if in case you have a another way on in solving the given problem. Nasa while loop pa lang tayo. Okay, so since wala, proceed tayo with the next this one. Write a Java loop that displays the natural numbers from 10 to 1. Eto naman siya baliktad. Okay? So ipiprint lang natin siya from 10 to 1 using ang while loop. Madali lang naman ito na part. Okay? So from here, siguro yung counter natin gagawin natin. No need for us to have other variable kasi ipiprint lang naman natin yung series. Okay? Okay, so ano na lang natin. Pangalanan na lang natin yung series natin. Okay, and we will make this one as 10. Okay? Now, ang series natin, if series not equal to, I think, 0, or equal na lang natin kay 0. If series equals to 0, tama ba? Not equal to 0 lang. Dapat hindi sila equal. And then we have here, wala na yan. And then series is, ano lang tayo? Decrement ang gagawin natin. So, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Okay? And then we will print it. So, ang printing nasa gitna or one of the loop body. Okay? So, it will be series. So, yan. So, pag true ito, hindi siya equal to 0, ipiprint niya yung value. Okay? Hanggang 1. Okay? So, hanggang 1 yung ipiprint niya. So, meaning pag aabot siya ng 0, then stop ang ating program. Okay? So, kasi yun lang naman yung gusto ng ating problem. Write a Java while loop that displays the natural numbers from 10 to 1. Okay? So, let us try this program. Run. So, yan po siya. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, hindi na kasali si 0 kasi pag once na mag-0 na yung series natin, then mag-out na siya sa ating looping statement. Okay? Of course, may ipiprint siya dito kung meron kang idadagdag. Pero since wala tayong statement after the while statement, then wala nang gagawin si program natin. Diretso exit na siya. Okay? So, yun yung ating this is our answer to our letter C problem. As simple as that. Okay? So, yun po. So, again, I will just copy this one sa ating group. Okay? So, this is printing the 10 natural numbers from 10 to 1. Okay? Saan ko ilalagay ito? Ito na lang. Ilalagay ko kay dito na part. So, from here to here. So, pwede nyo itong paglaruan, ha? Dalawa talaga. Sige lang, dulam. Okay lang yan. Okay. So, yan po ang sagot natin sa dalawa nating problem. So, this time, we will proceed with our next topic. Okay, actually, which is the for loop. Okay? So, again, for loop, saan na tayo? Wait lang ha. Anong nangyayari? Okay, so for our for loop, okay, so there's one. Okay, so the for loop executes a sequence of statements multiple times and abbreviates the code, manages the loop variable. So it is used when a definite number of loops iteration is required. So actually, pag-iisipan mo, the same pa rin naman siya ng while loop. It's just that nangyayari yung initialization dito, condition at saka update sa part na to. Okay? So, the general form of for loop in Java is this one. So, we have for here, initialization, condition, update. Okay? And then, yan. Yung statement natin, still the same with the while loop naka-enclose with the curly braces we have. So, again, the initialization indicates the starting value for the loop control variable. Okay? Minsan, yung initialization na part dito, ginagawa din natin siyang declaration. Okay, declaration at the same time initialization. So, and then ang iba naman, ang declaration ginagawa nila before the for loop. Okay, but then some of us, ginagamit is dito na lahat, initialization at the same time, tawag nito, declaration. Declaration at the same time initialization. Okay, so kasi yung value dito naman is, dito lang din naman siya kilala. Okay? Sa for statement na to. Okay? So, again, it indicates the starting value for the loop control variable. Okay? Starting, kaya nga siya initial. Diba? Okay? And then we have the condition in here. Ito yung loop condition that controls the loop entry and yeah, the expression, sabi nga niya, it should be answerable by yes, by true or false. Okay? And then we have the update here. This update is the expression that alters the loop control variable. So, ito yung increment ba or decrement ang gagawin mo. Okay? Para at least hindi tayo magkakaroon ng infinite loop because of the condition na binigay natin. Okay? So, yun. The parameters of the for loop are enclosed within the parentheses and are separated by 2 semicolon. Always remember that, this one. Semicolon po yan, hindi po yan comma lang. Okay? So, yan. And then, the following is the flow control in a for loop. So, like for example, ano yan, the initialization execute first. Okay, so una natin. First, and then after that execution, pupunta tayo kay condition. And then, after condition, pag true siya, then gagawin etong nasa loob. So, una ha, 1, okay, magkakaroon ng initialization. Second, condition. Okay. Third, kung true, execute the program statement. Kung false, okay, kung false, exit siya. Okay, kung false siya. Okay, pero kung true, dito siya pupunta. Now, after that, halimbawa na-execute natin si, program statement since true siya. Okay, after nitong program statement, go back in here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after that, 4, balik dito, 5. Balik sa condition. Okay? And then, 6, 7, balik naman dito, 8. Hindi ka na babalik. Once ka lang pupunta ka initialization na. So, iikot lang yung looping mo dito na part. Sa condition, program statement, update, condition, program statement, update, condition, program statement, update. Then, magsa-stop siya pag false. Okay? So, ang looping mangyayari pag true lang naman ang condition natin. Okay? So, again, ang looping na mangyayari is from condition to program statement to update, condition, program statement, update, condition, program statement, so on, and stop when the condition is false. And that's how the for loop, tawag yan, the flow of the for loop. Okay? So, for our example in here, okay? Sa example natin dito, so we have declared the num outside of the for loop, but then we initialize a value here, of course. Kasi kaya nga siya initialization. So, una, basahin natin to. Then, pangalawa, evaluate natin to. Is num, which is equal to 0, lesser than equal to 10? Since this is true, then system.out@print num. So, it will print num value, which is, so yun nga, para matrace natin, kukunin na naman natin yung variable. So, we had num variable. First value of your num is 0. Okay, and then we have output na lang here. Para matrace lang natin yung result without the compiler. Okay, so 0. So 2 through ito na part. So ipiprint niya yung value ng num, which is 0. Then, from here, pupunta siya dito. So ito yung pangatlo ha, na step. Pang-apat na step is mag-i-increment siya. So increment, this will be 1. After niya nag-increment, babalik siya sa condition is 1 lesser than or equal to 10. Then if it is true again, then print the number of 1 here. Then go back sa ating condition, which is magiging 2. And then go back here naman. Tama ba? Okay. Magiging 2, then is 2. Tawag nito 2 is lesser than equal to 10. So true pa rin. Then print na naman natin the value of your 2. And then go back to increment. This will be 3. So again, wala na yan. Crash out natin para hindi tayo malito. Of course, the output is hindi natin i-crash out. Kasi ito yung printing na nakikita natin sa output part natin. Okay, so now 3 is lesser than equal to 10. So still true. Print din na ulit. 3. Crash out of 3. Magiging 4 siya kasi pupunta tayo dito. Then evaluate ulit. 4 is lesser than equals to 10. True. Then print again the 4. And then this will be 5, crash out the 4. And then 5 is lesser than equal to 10, still true. Print the value of your num. And then, ito yung piniprint natin ha. And then, after printing, magiging 6. Crash out the 5. 6 is lesser than equal to 10 pa rin. And then, true pa rin. So, print na naman natin yung value ni 6. And then, this will be 7. 7 lesser than equal to 10. Print the value of your 7, and then this will be 8. Again ha, ang nangyayari lang na looping is eto na part. Okay? So, naging 8 si num natin. Then, is 8 lesser than equal to 10? True pa din. Print the value of your 8. Okay? Crash out the 8 kasi bumalik na naman siya sa num++. So, magiging 9. 9 is lesser than equal to 10. Still yes. Then, print the value of your 9. Then, after printing, balik na naman tayo dito. This will be equal to 10. Crash out the 9. And then, 10 is lesser than equal to 10. Still true. Then, print the num pa rin. And then, si 10 ngayon, magiging 11. Now, is 11 is lesser than equal to 10. So, false, stop the for statement. So, ang magiging result natin is this one. Okay? So, that is for our for loop statement. Any question with this? No question? Let us see with wala namang question. Okay, so let us proceed with our tawag nito, exercises. Sige, this time ako na lang ang ako na lang. But then you can still share your idea in case. So now the problem is, write a Java program for a loop that displays the first 10 odd numbers and print the sum of the displayed numbers. Medyo na siya, no? Medyo complicated na siya. You will write a Java for loop that displays the first 10 odd numbers. So, ipiprint niya yung odd number, tapos ito total niya pa talaga. Okay? So, let's do it. So, una, gawin muna natin yung printing of 10 odd number. Okay? Para hindi tayo mahirapan. Isa-isahin lang natin. Okay? I will share my full screen. And then, I have here the Apache. Okay. So, here, una, print natin yung odd number natin. 10 odd number, tama ba? The first 10 odd numbers, which is 1, 3, 5. Tama ba? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and so on and so forth. Okay? So, una, counter tayo. Sige, gamitin natin to. Counter pa rin tayo. Baliktad lang natin. This will be 11, I think. Then, we will make it 1. Okay. So, this time, hindi na po yan. Later na yan. Okay? And then, ipiprint natin yung odd number na meron tayo. So, but then before ipiprint natin, we will have the if statement muna. So, we will be using the modulo sign here. Series. Tawag nito. Series modulo 2 equals to let's say not equal to 0 na lang. Mas madali yun. If series is not equal to 0, so gagawin niya, ipiprint niya yung series. So otherwise, wala naman siyang gagawin. Okay, let us try this one. Tama ba? It should not be minus minus. It should be increment. So, para ma-stop natin siya. Okay, so try this one. Printing pa lang tayo ha, ng odd number. So, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. We will make it kasi 10, diba? Tama ba yung ano natin? Dapat separate yung ating series at saka counter. Sige, counter ang gagamitin natin dito. Counter 11, and then we will have a counter here equals to 1. Not that 1. Okay? So, si counter ang ating so meron tayong series plus plus dito na side, and then dapat meron tayong teka lang ha, natin to. I-enclose natin to sila. Dapat si counter lagay natin dito. And then after natin kay series, pag na-print natin si series, tama ba? Series plus plus. Okay? So, mag-i-increment lang si counter pag may na-print na tayo na series ng odd number. Okay? And then, but si series is kahit hindi pa siya odd number, mag-i-increment siya throughout. Okay? Para makita natin, matest natin siya dito sa if statement natin. Okay? Kung odd number siya or not. Okay? So, we'll try to run this one. So, dapat 10 na odd number ang mapiprint. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So meron na tayo. Then ang goal natin ngayon is to add. Diba? So dalawa yung problema na binigay ni letter A. You will display the first 10 odd numbers and print the sum of the displayed numbers. So supposedly, we have, sa Excel natin, compute. So 1, 3, 10 ang natin, that is hanggang 19, and total natin, it should be 100 ang value na makikita natin sa output. Okay? So, ito dapat ang makikita natin, the 100. Okay? So, pwede natin ilagay dito, after ng while statement natin, we have here system.out@print, the total value of the 10 of the first 10 odd number is, lagyan natin dito sum. Pero we will add a sum here. Okay? Sum na variable. Sum equals to 0. Okay? So, yan yung mangyayari. So, after niya mag-loop, doon natin i-display ang total value. Okay? But, ang question is how we're going to do that in here. Okay? So, same pa rin. Kagaya kanina sa problem natin, yung pagkuha kung paano gawin yung sum. Okay? So, dito, gagawin natin sum equals to sum plus the series. So, after nun, magiging, after niya dito na part, we will display this one. Outside siya ng while statement. So, when we run this program, tingnan natin kung tama. Okay? So, yan. The total value of the first 10 odd number is 100. So, here. Ganun po siya. Okay? So, printing the total value of the first 10 odd numbers and displaying printing the total value of the first 10 odd number and displaying the first 10 odd numbers. Okay? So, yan. Para ma-send ko sa ano natin, sa group. Okay? So, that's how are we going. This is a code for our problem. Number letter A. Okay? So, gawin natin. Since medyo complicated siya, we will try to trace it again. Magpa-program tracing tayo ulit. Saan na ba yung snippet natin? Okay. So, this one. Try natin siya i-trace. And then we will have this one. Okay. Saan yung PowerPoint natin? We have this one. So, from here, F4, Y. Okay, so yan. So from this part, again, so para masanay kayo again, get the variable. So meron tayong tatlong variable na pinag-uusapan this time. We have counter, series, okay? And then the last one is we have the sum, which holds the value for a total value ng ating odd numbers, yung first 10 odd numbers natin. And then we will put here the output, okay? Para ma-trace back natin kung ano yung ine-expect natin na result. Okay, so the first value of your counter is 1, series is 1, and sum is 0. Sige. I will randomly code your name ha, para sa ano natin. Para hindi naman kayo maboring on that side. Okay? So, yan. Here. So, first value of your counter is 1, series is 1, sum is 0. Now, the question here, first question. What is the result in this expression? Sige, pasunod ko ha. John Michael, is counter not equal to 11? True or false?
True, ma'am.
Okay,
Ay.
true. Yeah, true. Tama yun. First instinct. Okay, so true. Thank you for that, John Michael. Okay, so true ang ating sagot dito. So meaning papasok tayo sa while statement natin. Now, the question is, series, what is the value of series again? Kalubag? Philip, what is the value of our series? Hello? Philip, are you there? Wala si Philip? Sige, kay Lester tayo. Lester Castro?
Yes po, ma'am.
Lester, what is the value of our series currently?
1, ma'am.
1. Okay, very good. Okay, series is 1. So 1 modulo 2, what is the result? 1 modulo 2. What is the answer? 1 modulo 2 pa lang ah. Okay, 1 modulo 2, the answer is 1. Okay, the question now, sige, kay Mark Lester naman tayo. Liorca. Mark Lester, according to Castro, series modulo 2 is 1. Now, the question is 1 not equal to 0? True or false? Liorca? Is 1 not equal to 0? True or false? Andyan ba si Mark Lester?
True, ma'am.
Okay, the answer is true. Okay? So 1 is not equal to 0 is true. So meaning gagawin niya itong ating sum equals to sum plus series. Okay? Sum is 0. Series is 1. So what will be the value of your sum this time? Sige, si Keylord naman. Keylord, from this line, ano dapat ang magiging value ni sum na after adding? Sum equals to sum plus series. Belen? Hi, Belen. Keylord, are you there? Wala si Keylord. Sige, kay ano tayo? Kay Arvin. Arvin, are you there?
Po.
What is the value of your sum after that line?
1, ma'am.
Okay, magiging 1. Thank you for that, Arvin. So this one is magiging 1. Okay, then we will print the value of your the value of the series, which is 1. So 1 here. Okay, and then after that, saan na tayo pupunta? Sino na naman? Kirby. After nito, what will happen? So nagprint na tayo ng series value kay output. Kirby, what will happen here? Counter plus plus. Medalya? Hello, Kirby? Wala si Kirby? So, ibalikan natin si Kirby mamaya. Si Daryl na naman. Hi, Daryl. What will happen sa counter plus plus? Anong ibig sabihin nun?
Magdagdag og isa, ma'am.
Yes. Kanino?
Kay ano? Kay series? Ay, kay Sam o sa umot. Kay
Nandito pa
series,
tayo.
ma'am.
Nandito pa tayo. Magdagdag ng isa
Kay Sam.
kay
Sam.
counter. Eto. Kay counter. Counter plus plus meaning mag-a-add ng isa kay counter. Okay, so si counter this time, thank you for that, Daryl, magiging 2. So alisin natin. Yan. Okay? And then after that, out na siya kay if statement. Then after dito ha, dito, yan na siya. So si series now magiging 2 also. Alisin natin si 1. Okay? And then after kay series, pupunta siya dito kay control structure natin. Okay? So now is counter not equal to 11, which is ang counter natin is 2. So 2 is not equal to 11 is true. So gagawin natin, magiging papasok na naman siya dito. Now, is series modulo 2 not equal to 0? Where 2 ang value ng series natin. So 2 modulo 2 is 0. Now 0 is not equal to 0, false tayo. So lalabas siya since magpo-false siya. Okay? And then si series magiging 3 and then yan. After na naman kay series, balik na naman tayo kay control. Expression natin is 2 not equal to 11. So still true. Punta siya kay if. Now 3 na naman si series. 3 modulo 2 is 1 not equal to 0. True na naman tayo. Then pasok tayo dito. Sum equals to sum plus series. Sum is 1, series is 3. Okay, magiging 4 ngayon si sum. Okay? And then, counter plus plus, magiging 3. Crash out si 2. And then, go out sa ating if statement. Then, we have series plus plus, magiging 4. Then, 4, si series, pupunta siya dito ngayon sa counter not equal to 11. So, counter is 3. So, still not equal to 11. So, pasok kay if. So, series is equal to 4 this time. 4 modulo 2 is 0. 0 not equal to 0. That is false. Okay? So, sum equals, no. So, since false siya, pupunta siya kay series, magiging 5 si series. Okay, again, wala na yan ha. Okay, 5. Then, go back to counter na naman. Magiging ano si counter? 3 pa rin, not equal to 11. So, wait lang. So, true pa rin. So, magiging 5 modulo 2 not equal to 0. True. Then, sana tayo? Nasundan na ba natin yon? Sana tayo na part? Nawala ako doon ah. Dapat nagpiprint na tayo kanina, di ba? So, from here, 1, dapat nagprint tayo dito. Sige, balikan natin. Nawala ako pag add. Okay? Wait lang, we will have this, balik tayo doon sa part ni, sige, hanggang dito, talaga, para malinis. Balikan natin. So, at least nasundan na yung, yung flow niya. Again ha, nasa while loop pa lang tayo, hindi pa natin na-solve yung for loop na side. Okay? So, this is for the while loop side pa. Okay? So, from here, then from here, ang ang while loop natin, apply natin doon kay for loop later. Okay? So, from here, we have, bilisan lang natin dito para ma-apply natin siya sa for loop. Okay? So, we have here 1, 1, 0, and then, so okay na tayo dito. And then we have here is counter not equal to 11, which is 1. True, pasok tayo dito. So, 1 modulo 2, 1 not equal to 0. So, true tayo, pasok tayo dito. Sum equals to sum plus the series. So, magiging sum natin is 1. And then, after that, ipiprint natin si 1. So, alisin natin yan. And then, counter natin magiging 2. Alisin natin si 1. And then after that, lalabas tayo. Series natin magiging 2. Crash out. And then from series, babalik tayo dito kay expression. Then 2 is not equal to 11, still true. Then pasok tayo kay if series modulo 2. which is 2 modulo 2 equals to 0, 0 is not equal to 0, false. So lalabas tayo papunta dito. Okay, so magiging false. Yan, kung false si if. Okay, so series plus plus magiging 3. Crush out the 2. Go back to the expression, control not equal to 11, which is control is 2. Okay, now 2 is not equal to 11, true pa rin. If series, which is 3, is not equal, 3 modulo 2 is 1, 1 is not equal to 0. Okay, true pa rin. Okay, true. And then, pasok tayo dito, sum equals to sum plus series. Okay, so this will be 4. Alisin ng 1. Okay, and then after that, ipiprint natin yung value ni series, which is 3. And then counter will be equal to 3. Crush out the 2. Okay, and then after here, eto na naman, series will be 4. Crush out. Then go back to the condition. Counter not equal to 11. Okay, still true. Then pasok kay series, false na to. So diretso tayo dito. Series will be 5. Crush out the 4. From here, balik tayo dito. Counter is 3 not equal to 1, ay to 11. So true pa rin. If series, which is 5, modulo 2 not equal to 0, then gagawin na naman natin to, sum now. Sum equals to series equals to 9. So crush out. Then system that out at print the 5 value of series. Okay, and then counter will be 4. Crash out. Okay, and then go back to series. Series will be 6. Okay, and then from series, go back to the condition. Is 4 not equal to 11? True. Is series, which is 6, modulo 2 not equal to 0? False. So balik ka dito kay series, magiging 7. 7 now. Go back to our condition. Is 4 not equal to 11? True. And then series, which is 7, modulo 2 is not equal to 0. True. So sum, which is 7 plus the series, magiging 16. Alisin natin yan. And then print the value of your series, which is 7. And then C counter, magiging 5. And then crash out. And then series naman will be 8. And then go back to the, to the counter we have in here. Counter is not equal to 11, still 5. So true. And then series is 8. Diba? So 8 modulo 2 is 0, 0 not equal to 0, false. So diretso series will be 9. Okay, again, wala na yan. 9, then balik na naman kay condition. Condition is counter is 5 pa rin at equal to 11. True. If series, which is 9 modulo 2 not equal to 0, that is true. So sum, which is sum plus series, 9 plus 16, that is equivalent to 25. Okay? So 25 now, ang ating sum, ipiprint natin ang series na value, which is 9. And then 9, counter natin, magiging 6, crush out the 5. And then the series will be equal to 10. And then after that, crush out the 9, go back to the counter. So 6 is not equal to 11. So go back to if statement na naman since true siya. So series will be 10 modulo 2. So false pa rin siya dito na part sa 10 na na value. Then series will be 11. Then 11, go back to the counter. 6 not equal to 11, still true. Series 11 is modulo 2 not equal to 0. True siya dito na part. So sum plus plus series tayo. So this will be 11 plus 25 is what we called it, 36. So crash out 25, crash out ito, and then counter plus plus magiging 7. Wait muna, 11 muna pa pala dito, print tayo bago mag 7, okay? Tapos gawas series will be 12. And then so on so forth. Medyo mahaba siya. So hanggang aabot tayo ng 11 na value ni counter is 11, then that will be the time na magsa-stop tayo for this. This is the while part. Now, goal natin, this condition, okay, this while loop, we will make it na for loop. So how are we going to do that? Okay? So gawin lang natin from the while loop to for loop. Okay? So go back sa ating dito. So gagawin natin, sige, gawa tayo from here. So we will make it na comment lang muna to para meron tayong basehan. Okay? Yan. So comment lahat muna, then dito tayo sa baba magko-code. Okay? So still ang gagamitin natin is ito na mga variable. Okay? So yan. Then we will have a for loop. So for, so again, meron tayong tatlong dito. Data. Okay, we have for the initialization, we have the condition, and we have the update. Okay, so now, ang ginawa nating control is si counter. Okay, so we have here counter equals to 1. Okay, so hindi natin lalagyan dito ng value si counter. Then we have here, ang condition natin is counter, yan, it's not equal to 11. Then we have counter plus plus. Okay? So ganito yung mangyayari. Okay? So let us see if it will work ha. Kasi supposedly si counter siya, tawag nito. Si counter mag-i-increment siya pag once lang na merong printing na mangyayari. Okay, na series. Okay, so tingnan natin kung paano natin gagawin to sa for loop na part. Unahin muna natin ang ilagay ang ating, sige, gawin natin, diretso na lang to. Let us see kung anong mangyayari. Alisin natin to si while, syempre. And then, parang sumabra tayo ng okay, curly brace. Okay, so from here, so, ang problema nito kasi every time na maglo-loop siya, mag-a-add siya ng counter. Mag-a-add siya ng value kay counter, mag-i-increment siya. So titingnan natin sino ang ating paglalaruan dito na part. Kasi if this will happen, ito yung mangyayari Yan. Okay, so and that will have an infinite loop, I think. Yan. So, stop na muna lang. Stop, stop. May stop pa dito na part. Parang wala, no? Unless lang natin. So, ito yung mangyayari pag once na may infinite looping tayo. So, we will try to si series ba na, no? Okay? So, paano natin siya ipapastop yung ating infinite loop? Ito pala, yan. Okay? So, yan. So, in your own idea, ano yung gagawin natin para ma-convert natin to siya? Kasi ang problema natin dito is si counter, every time na may looping na mangyayari, is mag-a-add siya. Which is, ang kay while loop natin, a-add lang ng counter if merong printing na mangyayari. Or tingnan natin ng ganyan. So, alisin natin, doble ang counter natin. So, still, yan. Anong nangyari? So, 10 times na yun, pag abot nyo ng 11, anong gagawin natin? You have, dito na part, okay lang to siya. Kung ikaw mismo magde-define until what number ang even numbers natin. Okay? So, you can make it naman na like for example, ina-expect natin na hanggang 19, di ba, ang ipiprint natin. So, pwede gawin natin tong 20 para 10 times, di ba? So, yan. So, 20 siya. So, run mo siya. So, yan, 19. So, mag-a-add siya ng 100. So, in that way, actually, masosolve na natin yung problema. But, kung alam mo ito, diba? Meaning, hindi talaga si computer totally ang nagsabi na eto yung last number. Bali, ikaw ang nag-define na parang ina-expect mo na ay hanggang 19. What if hindi mo alam na hanggang 19 ang ipiprint niya as even number? So, ano yung gagawin mo? Parang nakita ko to na ano kanina, na solution kay, kanino ba yon? Na dinefine si 20. As you observe kanina, 'di ba, si while loop, siya mismo ang nag-define sa ano, hindi tayo kumbaga naghula ng number na hanggang saan siya. Kasi dito na tayo, parang yun na yung counter natin, yung 10. Dito, paano natin kaya yun gagawin? Any idea? Do tama na yan, ha? Tama na yan. Pero ang ano lang natin dyan, concern natin is hindi talaga natin binigyan o ginamit ang kung baga na-maximize yung work ni computer na mag-decide. Kasi tayo mismo, nag-isip pa tayo. O halimbawa, ang sasabihin is, halimbawa 20. 20 odd number. So, i-compute pa natin ang ang 20 odd numbers na yun. So, as of now, hindi natin alam. So, possible ang gagawin natin is magkakaroon tayo ng series na kagaya ng ginawa natin dito. 'Di ba? So, like for example, 1, 2. Kung ang goal natin, 1, 3. Ang goal natin is 20 na odd number. So, ganito yung mangyayari. Ano yun? 20 na ba to? 21 na. So, yun. Kailangan natin tong gawin para malaman natin siya na hanggang 39 yung ipiprint niya. And ilalagay natin dito, since 39 yan, lalagay natin dito is 40. Para 20 odd numbers ang ipiprint natin. 'Di ba? So, run file that one, yun. Pero, gagawin pa natin to. Meaning, merong human intervention na nangyari. Hindi siya purely computer. Unlike with dito sa ating while. 'Di ba? So, in that case, ano kaya yung pwede nating gawin para si computer natin ang magsosolve? Anyone? Anyone? Saan na tayo? Again, I'm not saying normally ito. Okay, ang iniisip ko lang is, what if kung marami pa? So, gusto ko sana is walang human intervention. So, anong gagawin natin? Hi. Sige, pwede kaya natin gawin. Sige, pag-aralan natin tong ano. Pwede kaya natin gawin sa ano yun. We'll have this one. And the update, wala siyang update. So, nakadepende siya kay dito. So, nag-error siya dyan, not a statement daw, eto. So, pwede natin tong, pwede kayang counter plus 0. Ganyan siya. So, parang mag-a-add lang siya ng counter if odd number siya. So, meaning, hindi na natin i-define kung hanggang 19 siya or 20 dito. So, gagawin natin 11 lang talaga. Okay? So, yun. Para at least, hindi tayo magkakaroon ng human intervention talaga. Si computer talaga ang gagawa. Let us see if this, what we call that, way will answer our problem na walang human intervention. Okay? So, si computer mismo ang magde-decide kung sino-sino yun sila. Okay, so that's it. So, still, dito wala tayong ginawa. Hindi tayo nag-add ng 1. Dito tayo nag-a-add lang. Mag-a-add tayo pag once lang na ma-identify natin si, tawag nito, si series na ano siya, odd number siya. Okay? So, ganun lang yun siya. So, like for example, kung gusto natin 20 items siya, ay 20 odd numbers ang ipiprint mo, lagay mo lang dito 21. Okay? So, 21 ang ilalagay mo dito, meaning 20 odd numbers ang ipiprint mo. Okay? So, actually, ang ating condition dito, pwede naman natin gawin na greater than equal, ay lesser than equal to 20. Okay? Depende naman sa condition mo. Okay? So, ang ano pa rin naman yan is kung tama yung output natin. So, we'll run the program. So, same pa rin. So, yan. Okay? So, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, there's no human intervention na nangyari. So, si program na mismo ang identify kung sino-sino yun na number. Okay? We don't have to do this. Okay? We don't have to do this. Diretso si computer na mismo, si compiler na magsasabi. If I want 100 odd numbers, so I'll just put 100 odd numbers here. 100 as a condition para makaprint ako ng 100 odd numbers. So, yan siya. Okay? So, yun po. So, again, I will copy this one in your sa group natin. Okay? Using for loop. Okay? So, kayo na bahala ang paglaruan nyo yung na to, code na to for your, yan. Okay. So, this time, anong oras na ba? Kaya pa ba? Okay. So, yan lang muna yung natin ha, para sa sa for loop natin. Kasi kailangan pa natin, medyo marami-rami pa tayong hindi na tackle. So, balikan natin yan if may time pa tayo. Okay, but this time, proceed tayo to our next slide. Saan na ba tayo? Okay, sa next slide tayo. Okay, there's one. Okay. So, this time, do-while loop naman tayo. Again, what is the difference between the do-while loop and the do-while loop and the while loop is that kay while loop, the minimum execution is 0, while kay do-while loop is minimum execution is 1. Okay? So, kasi ang kay do-while loop, gagawin nyo muna yung program statement bago niya babasahin yung condition. While kay while loop, condition muna bago niya gagawin yung program statement. Ganun ang nangyari. So, the syntax for our do while loop is this one. So, do curly braces, dito yung program statement, then dito yung ating condition. So, a minimum of 1 execution siya. Okay? So, like for example, again the expression appears at the end of the loop here, and the statement and the loop are executed once before the expression is evaluated. So, if the expression evaluates to true, the control jumps back up to the statement. So, like for example, kung true ito, babalik siya dito. Okay? The process repeats until the expression evaluates to false. Pag false na, end of the dual statement. Okay? So, like for example, this one. So, int num is equals to 0. Int num equals to 0, kung gagawin natin yung program tracing, num equals to 0, and then output here, kasi meron siyang system.out.print, tingnan natin. So, output, from here na line, okay, pupunta tayo dito, then we will do this one. Then, ipiprint niya yung num, which is 0. And then, num plus plus will be 1. Okay, alis ang 0. Now, is num lesser than equal to 10? Yes. Okay, so go back to here. Then, it will print 1. And then, this will be 2. Gawin lang natin tong 5 ha. Kasi medyo matagal pag 10. Okay? So, num will be 2. Then, num is lesser than equal to 5. Yes. So, go back again. Here, magiging 3. Print mo na ang 2. And then, pagkatapos, magiging 3 si num. Crash out the 2. And then, num is 3 lesser than equal to 5. Yes. Go back to printing. This will be 3 here. Then, crash out to 3, magiging 4 siya. Is 4 lesser than equal to 5? Still yes, print pa rin natin ang 4. And then, na magiging 5. Crash out the 4. And then, here na naman, is 5 lesser than equal to 5? Yes. So, balik sa printing, magiging 5. And then, na magiging 6. Crash out to 5. Is num lesser than or 6 lesser than equal to 5? So, false na siya. So, exit na siya sa dual statement na yon. So, ang magiging result mo is ito. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that is for our dual loop. So, let's answer this problem. Okay? So, we have here, okay, you will create a Java dual loop. A lang sasagutin natin ha. Create a Java dual loop that prints the multiplication table of 8. Anong gagawin yan? Multiplication table of 8. 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3. Possible that will be the Okay? So, tingnan natin. Do, while do, print natin. Hindi siya clear ang Hindi siya clear yung ating instruction. But anyway, sige, try natin. Create a Java dual loop that prints the multiplication table of 8. So, using dual loop, ang B na yun. Sige, dito tayo. So, let's say, ang sinasabi niya is 8 times 1, 8 times 2, 8 times 3, 8 times 4. Okay? So, let us see. Teka lang ha, meron Okay? So, punta tayo kay, na naman, Apache. Okay? So, share muna natin ang Apache na part natin. Okay? This one. Sige. Iko-comment lang din natin to. Para hindi sayang yung ating program. Okay, so this is a multi-line comment, no? So, yan. Okay? So, unang gawin natin, siguro we will have to have a variable na int 8. No word talaga, no? Equals to 8. Kasi siya yung gagawin natin. Do, yan. Then while here. Condition natin. And then that one. Okay. And then, we will have parang ano natin dito, counter. Sige, or series ang gamitin natin. Series equals to, start tayo with 1. Okay, if series will be equal to, ano na lang, lesser than, hanggang 10 lang. Okay? Equal to 10. So we will print the system.out@print. Okay, so we have here, pwede namang 8. Actually, hindi na natin siya, ano, di ba? Sige, anyway. Sige. 8 times, yan, plus, have here series, plus, equals. So, yan. So, wag natin lagyan ng ln. Okay? Here. So, ang una natin is 8 times 1 equals to, 8 times 1 equals, so, magkakaroon tayo ng, ano dito, mult na lang, ilagay natin dito. Lagay natin ng mult here. Mult equals to 0 muna. Mult equals to 8 times series. Okay, so ang lalagay natin dito plus mult. Okay, so supposedly dapat hindi siya maging infinite loop. So dapat meron din tayong tawag nito counter dito, series plus plus. So let us see kung ano yung ano niya, gagawin niya. Teka lang ha, papasukin muna natin yung classmate. Okay, so we have here, so try natin i-run file. So yan siya, hindi siya next line. Sige, next line natin siya. Run file. So yan siya, 8 times 1 equals to 8, 8 times 2 equals 16, 8 times 3 equals 24, hanggang 10. So that is an example of using your do while loop. So una, ang gagawin ulit niya is, okay, babasahin to. So si mult maging 8 times 1 times the series. So first time, 8 ang value, of course, always 8 naman yan. Then ang series niya is, una ang answer, ang value niya is 1. Okay, after that, so 8 times the 1, so si mult ngayon magiging 8. Ito yun na part. And then, ipiprint niya. So, ito na yung piniprint natin siya. Okay? Then, nag-i-increase yung series natin from 1 to 2. Then, ite-test niya dito if magto-true siya. I-evaluate niya ngayon. Okay? Same pa rin yung ano natin. So, again ha, i-ano natin, snipping tool natin para maano natin, matrace pa din natin siya with our this one. Okay? So, lakihan natin. Sige, ito na lang. Okay? Then, Shift F5. So, yun, ang ano lang natin dito. Okay? So, we have here the value. So, we have, ano na lang ha, shortcut E, S, and M. And then, we have here the output. Okay? So, at least maano lang natin kung paano siya basahin. Si A is always 8 lang naman yan. Okay, si series is 1 and si mult is una 0. So, eto silang dalawa, si series at saka si mult, eto yung mag-change. But then, eto siya, ano na yan siya, as is ang value niya. So, para lang yan, maano natin, mapaglaruan lang natin yung value. Okay? Here, so una, sa ano natin, sa dual natin, gagawin natin to the part. Mult now is 0. So, ang i-multiply natin si 8 times the series. So, 8 times 1, magiging 8. Okay? So, kaya ang kanya yung maging result dito. So, based sa ano niya ha, 8 times the 1, which is value ni series. Okay? Which is ito, equals to value ni mult, which is 8. Okay? Yan. So, ito is ito. Tap. Yeah, yan. And then, ito naman is itong 1 for now. And then, ito, of course, ito. And then, yan. And then, after that, series will be equal to 2. Crash out the 1. Then, series not equal to 10. Yes. Is not equal to 10. Lesser than equal to 10. So, balik siya dito. Mult will be equal to 8 times the series, which is eto, 2. So, magiging 16 ang mult value natin ngayon. So, after printing, then, balik na naman 8 times the value of your series, which is 2, equals to 16, which is a value ni mult natin dito. After that, series natin magiging 3. Crash out the 2. Then, is series, which is 3 lesser than equal to 10? Yes. Then, go back to mult. Okay? Mult is 8 times the 3 na naman. So, this will be 24. Okay? Again, 0, ano yan? Crash out sa 24 ang value ni mult natin ngayon. And then, print natin 8. Okay? 8 times 3 equals to 24. And then after that, series na naman magiging 4, crash out na naman, so on, so forth. Until magiging 11 si series natin. And mag-i-end siya doon. Okay? So, ganun po siya. And that's how, that's why we have this result. Okay? So, yun again, always yung tandaan, si do while natin, the minimum execution meron tayo sa program statement natin dito is 1. Always remember that. Kasi ang sa kanya, execution muna ng program statement bago yung condition. Unlike with the for loop and the while loop na condition muna bago ang program statement. Okay? So always remember that one. So proceed tayo with our next, ano natin? Next slide. Okay, medyo ano na tayo, alas 4 na no. So medyo natagalan tayo doon na part sa ating for loop and the while. Sige lang. Okay, then proceed tayo ngayon sa ano ba yung aking slide? Ba't hindi ko makita? Saan na ba? Ba't hindi ko siya makita? Wait lang ha. Okay, there's one. Okay, so you may try the other. So another one here is a break and continue statement tayo. Okay? So for break and continue statement natin, the break statement, same pa rin siya actually sa switch case statement natin. Okay? The break statement terminates the loop or switch statement and transfer the flow of the program to the statement following the loop or switch statement. Okay? So in this case, like for example, nag-break ka dito sa if statement mo, meaning nun, gusto mong mag-stop from here. Okay? So, mag-out ka from that loop statement. Okay? Sabi nga, from the loop statement or switch statement. So, example of implementing the break statement is, eto siya. Diba? So, in sum equals to 0, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, write true. So, always pag true siya, okay, in this way, yun yung magiging way niya para mag-break siya. Kasi since wala siyang condition, true yung nilagay niya diretso, magkakaroon niya ng infinite loop. So, ang way niya to stop is dito sa ating, sa loob ng program statement niya. Okay? So, here, type 0 to end program. So may scanner ang nangyari dito, I think. A negative number is invalid. System enter a number to odd. Okay? So pag dito, if number is equals to 0, so ipiprint niya, you entered 0, end of program. Thank you. So meron siyang break. So end na diretso. So even wala siyang a way to, kumbaga, always true siya, ang way niya mag-stop is kay break statement na part. Okay? So, dito naman, sa else if natin, ang gagawin niya is nag-continue tayo. Okay? Sa continue niya na part, ang ibig sabihin lang naman ng continue na yan, whatever happened, okay, it will causes the loop to skip the remainder of its body and immediately re-evaluate its condition. So, diretso, then na naman siya, diretso pa rin niya yung condition niya. Okay? So, ganun yung continue niya. Okay? So, in a for loop, the continue statement causes the control of the loop to immediately jump to the update statement. So, ganun yung gagawin niya. Okay? Sa while loop naman, ang gagawin niya is pupunta siya diretso sa expression, sa condition itself. Okay? So, yun yung niya, yun yung Okay, so in while and do while loop using the continuous statement makes the control of the loop immediately jumps to the loop condition. Okay, again ha, kay for loop, pag gagamit ka ng continue, pupunta siya doon sa part ng yung pangatlo, yung may plus plus, like for example, A++, C-, or yung ginawa natin kanina, doon sa, saan ba yun? Hanapin natin ha. Saan yung example natin? Eto. Saan yung for loop natin dito? Okay? Dito na part. Okay? Dito pupunta. Pag may continue tayo na statement, dito siya pupunta if we are using a for loop. Okay? Unlike with the while loop and the do while loop, pag may continue, pupunta siya dito sa condition. Yun yung kaibahan nila. Ulitin natin. If we are talking a continue keywords or using the continue na keyword, pag do while at saka while ang pinag-uusapan, pag may makita siyang while continue dito sa body niya, pupunta siya diretso sa expression or condition. Pag do while and while. While if we are talking about for, ang pupuntahan niya is dito sa update na part ni for loop. Okay? So, try to always remember that one lang. Okay? So, yun po ang ating break and continue. Okay? Ang kay break ulit, i-end niya yung looping statement pag meron siyang ma-encounter na break statement. Okay? Same sa switch case natin, di ba? Mag-i-end yung switch case statement natin pag may meron siyang makitang break. So, doon lang sa switch case na statement ha. Pero kung yung switch case statement natin, meron pang after niyan. Halimbawa, close na ang ating switch case statement, pero meron pa tayong system.out.print or another process, babasahin niya pa din yun. Ang i-close niya lang or i-end niya lang is only the switch case statement. So, same with the while or same with the looping statement. Ang i-close niya lang is only the while, not the program, the whole program, unless hanggang ka lang talaga, doon ka lang talaga sa while statement, wala ka nang in-add after that one. Okay? So, yun po siya. Okay, so that is for the break and the continue statement we have. Okay, so here, we will write a loop that can print the numbers 1 to 10, but the loop should stop after it prints the number of 5. Okay? So, gagawin natin, magkakaroon tayo ng i-break natin siya. So, ang statement natin is, pag, if yung counter natin mag-i-equal to 5, break tayo. Ganun. So, like for example, yun? Ipiprint niya yung number 1 to 10. Sige, ginawa natin yung 2 kanina eh. Anyway, sige lang. Lagyan lang natin ng Sana hindi ko pala talaga yun dinilit lahat, no? Okay? So, like for example, we have a counter na lang. Int counter. Pasensya na ha, bilisan ko na siya kasi nasa ano pa tayo, 11 slides. Okay, counter 1. Okay, then we have here while. Magwa-while ako, gagamitin ko yung while. While counter is lesser than equal to 10, gagawin natin to. Okay, better ha, you have this screenshot para at least, even again, late ako makakapag-upload due to internet connection, still meron kayong mga basihan, lalo na sa hands-on na part. Okay, counter is lesser than equal to 10. Ang mangyayari, I will print system.out.print tawag nito equal not system.out.print counter lang. Okay, yan lang. So ipiprint, supposedly ganun lang siya. So if we will run this program, it will print 1 to 10. Okay, so try muna natin bago natin yun siyang i-break. Oops, stop muna tayo. Hindi tayo i-increment. So, magkakaroon tayo ng infinite loop. Okay? So, wait lang. Okay, so, run file. So, 1 to 10. Now, ang gusto ng program problem is, ika-cut out natin siya pag ang counter is equivalent to 5. Okay? So, gawin natin dito, mag-i-if statement tayo. If counter is equal to 5,
More like APA.
okay? If counter equals to 5, ano yun? Bakit mali? Okay? If counter equals to 5, i-break natin siya. Yan. So, dapat, ang ipiprint niya lang is still 5. Supposedly, it will run. Okay? Hanggang 4. Bakit siya hanggang 4? Nag-i-increment tayo dito. Okay, sige, dito tayo. Dito na lang tayo after ng if statement. It's a matter of placement lang naman yan ng ating Okay, run natin. So, yan. So, hanggang 5 lang siya. Since na-encounter natin niya si 5 si counter na naging 5, so, i-break natin siya. So, stop ang while natin.
Hindi makita ang ID, ma'am.
What? Hindi nakikita, promise? Wait lang. Hindi niyo ako sinabihan. Kayo talaga. Buti na lang. Ay, Daryl, thank you. Si Daryl ba yun? Okay, so eto po yun. Eto yung code niya lang. Okay, so eto. So again ang problem natin kanina, okay, may pumapasok pa. Okay? Ang problem natin kanina is we will write a loop that can print 1 to 10 numbers. But the loop should stop after it prints the number 5. Okay? So, sa ating program, ito po yun. At first, hindi ko nilagyan ng if statement. Okay? So, ganyan lang siya. So, basically, this program or this line will print yung 1 to 10. Yan lang. Ito lang na code. Okay? It will print 1 to 10 or it could print 1 to 100. So, it's up to you. Okay? So, but the problem says 1 to 10 lang daw. So, hanggang 10 lang yung ating ipiprint. So, run natin yan. So, 1 to 10. Okay? Now, ang gusto niya, pag once na ang counter is nakapag-print, ang program is nakapag-print na ng 5, magsa-stop yung program. Okay? Or ang mismo, ang while statement. So, in here, dito natin ilalagay in between ng printing at saka ng counter. If counter equals to 5, break tayo. Diba? Break ang ginagamit natin pag once, if we want to force the statement or this while or the looping statement or yung switch case statement na mag-stop. Okay? So, break tayo. So, pag break niyan, since nakita niya na yung 5, stop na. Hanggang 5 lang yung printing supposedly dito. Okay? So, run natin. So, yan po siya. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, hanggang 5 lang ang kanyang ipiprint. Kasi nag-break tayo. Now, what if continue ang ginamit natin dito? Okay? So, ang mangyayari is continue ang gagamitin natin. So, ganyan lang siya. So, the non-stop. Continue, hindi, bakit siya hanggang dyan? Tingnan natin. Meron ba siyang, okay? Nung na-encounter niya na si 5, hindi niya na nadadaanan si counter plus plus. So, hindi na siya nag-up to 6. So, with this, magkakaroon tayo ng infinite loop. Okay? So, better yet, balik natin. Okay? So, we will put it break since yun naman yung problem. So, dapat mag-stop siya sa 5. Okay? So, yun po yung ating break and continue statement. Okay? So, kaya pa ba ng oras natin yung kung sasagutan natin? Okay, wag na lang muna. So, hanggang doon muna lang tayo sa A. So, proceed tayo with 13. Okay? Now, in here naman, this is what we call a nested control structure. An example of that. Actually, yung mga sinagutan, yung ginawa ko kanina halos, yung pinakita ko sa inyo kanina, puro siya nested control structure. Why? Meron tayong while, and meron tayong if inside that one. The usual yung ginawa natin. So, this one, actually, is an example of a nested control structure. A structure or a control structure within a control structure. Kumbaga, kung pinag-usapan natin ang bilog, ay merong laman pang isang bilog. Or etong bilog na to is belong sa isang malaki pang bilog. Yan yung idea ng nested control structure. Okay? Or parang MOA lang. Okay? Since very masyadong MOA, di ba? A MOA is store, di ba? A mall. Under that mall, meron pang mga malls inside. Okay? A mall within a mall. So, ganun siya. So, in here, a control structures within a control structure. That is what we call nested control structure. Okay? So, again, in programming, you can have nested control structures. You can write an if statement nested inside a while loop, and a while loop nested inside an if statement, and a for loop inside another for loop. And we could also a for loop nested in an if statement and nested within a while loop or any other combination. Okay? So, pwede yun siya sa programming. The only difference, the only is problem is if you know how to do it. Okay? So, kaya, ang ginagawa natin is, nagkakaroon tayo ng indentation. Okay? We are using indentation para at least alam natin na this one is magka-control structure yan siya. Tapos, eto siya is partner niya, ang partner niya to. Yung beginning na curly brace is partner niya to. So, that's how indentation very important. Okay? So, another example here for the nested one. So, this is if statement. Then, inside that, may for statement. So, indentation here talaga is very important para masundan mo kung saang grupo siya. Okay? So, para hindi ka malito din with your curly braces. So, eto siya. Yan, that is a for loop. A for loop within an if statement. Okay? So, ganun yung mangyayari. Okay? So, like for example in here. Okay? Range equals to 0. So, range is a console next int. Ano lang naman yan? It could be, may input pa rin na pinag-uusapan. So, enter a range of loop greater than 0. Okay? So, let's say 5. Okay? So, if 5 ang value niya, si range, okay, 5 is greater than 0, yes. Okay? So, system.out.print, the output of the loop is, eto, gagawin niya to. Okay? Pag greater ang value ni range kay 0. Okay, now after that, pag gawin niya ito, so ang mangyayari, ang gagawin niya lang naman is ang gagawin niya is magpiprint lang siya ng value ni I. So it could be, magkakaroon tayo ng, ano pa rin, start with 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 na result. Okay, pag 6 niya na, magsa-stop na ito. And then, babalik na naman siya. Then, end of the program, I think. Okay? So, yun. Since wala na siyang wala siyang increment kay, kay range. So, since if na to, since nagawa niya na to, then stop the program. So, ang magiging result is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But, if, of course, pag ang value mo dito is 0, na in-input mo, 0, stop, else, the entire number is invalid. Yun lang yung magiging result. It could be, eto ang magiging result mo, based sa iyong value, depende sa kung ano yung value na binigay mo dito, if higher kay 0. So, it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or halimbawa kung 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pero kung below 0 or equal to 0, ang ibibigay mo na value dito, ang ibibigay sa'yo na result is the entered number is invalid. Okay, so that's for, again, ang idea lang naman nito is nested control structure. Trying to explain yung a control structure can have another control structure inside. So that is possible. Okay, sabi nga natin kanina, a for loop can have if statement inside, 'di ba? Tapos ang if statement, from here ang ano natin, if statement with a for loop inside na program statement. So that is possible. And then another example here, another nested loop. Again, ang pinaka-importante talaga pag may nested control structure ka is the indentation para hindi ka mahirapan. Okay, same nito. We have a for loop. Okay? And then inside that, another for loop. So, si for loop na to, hanggang dito. And then, lahat ng for loop na, ng ano na to, kay for loop na nasa taas, na outside. Okay? A for loop within a for loop. So, eto siya. Ang gagawin lang actually nito, okay? Sige, try natin siya i-trace back. Pero hanggang 5 lang. Para hindi ma-consume yung oras natin. Gawin natin 5 lang. Kasi napakahaba yung 10. Okay? So, we have here, so like for example, so we have a variable x and a variable y. Any other? Wala naman siguro, no? So, x, then y. And then we have output here. O na lang, para short. Okay, the first value of your x is 1. Sige, ano na natin? Babasahin na natin yung yung program diretso. So, x equals to 1. Now, is 1 lesser than equal to 5? 5 na lang ha, para hindi masyadong mahaba. Is 1 lesser than equal to 5? Yes. So, babasahin niya to. Now, y equals to 1. Is y lesser than equal to 5? Yes. Then, system that out at print x, which is 1. No, 1 times 1 is 1. Okay? Ito na line. Plus, concatenate natin, space yung slash t ha, space. Instead of next line, magsi-space lang siya. Okay? So, as if this is a space na lang para malaman lang natin. Then after that, nag-i-end na yung loop natin. Balik tayo dito kay y. Si y ngayon magiging 2. Crush out the 1. Okay? Then, balik dito. Is 2 lesser than equal to 5. True pa rin. So, ipiprint niya na naman. 1 times 2 magiging 2. Okay? And then, space ka na naman. Okay? And then, after that, balik ka na naman dito. This will be 3. And then, is 3 lesser than equal to 10? 5 pala. Pinalitan natin, diba? 5, yes. Then, 1 times 3 is 3. And then after that, another 1 na naman. So, nag-space na naman, nag-tab na naman tayo dito. Then, we're done. Then, dito naman, y++ magiging 4. crash out is 4 lesser than equal to 5. Yes? So magiging ipiprint ulit natin 1 times the 4 is 4. Tab na naman tayo. And then go back to y plus plus. Okay, this will be 5 crash out of 4. And then tab ulit. Ano ba? Sana ba yun? So magiging 5 siya. Then is 5 lesser than equal to 5? Yes pa rin. So print natin 5. Then tab na naman. And then magiging 6 si y natin. Okay, 6 crash out of 5 is 5 lesser than equal to 5. So here, magiging false na siya. So since false na siya, magi-end na yung loop natin. So pupunta siya ngayon dito. Mag-change ay mag-i-end siya dito pero papasok siya dito. It will print a next line. Okay? A next line. And then, bago siya, since wala nang ibang statement dyan, then go back to this. That will be the time si x mo magiging 2. Okay? Si x mo ngayon magiging 2, crash out the 1. Same ang magiging flow pa rin. So, from here, x equals to 2. So, x is lesser than equal to 5. Yes. Go back kay for loop. Si for loop na naman ngayon, ang y niya is babalik kay 1. Crash out si 6. Babalik siya kay 1. And then, eto naman, iti-test mo na naman siya. Okay? So, here, ang mangyayari naman, so since 1 is lesser than equal to 5, print na naman tayo dito. X, which is 2 times 1 na naman. So, 2, tapos, ganyan. And then, balik na naman dito, magiging 2 si y, crash out si 1, and then, balik dito is 2 lesser than equal to 5, print na naman, 2 times 2 magiging 4. Actually, this is at, multiplication table nga, di ba? So, we can have multiplication table pa pala dito since may print pala dito na part. So, multiplication, yan, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, hanggang aabot siya ng, dito naman, 3 na naman siya, then, 6, blah, blah, blah. So, this is a code for a multiplication table na 1 to 10. Okay? So, ganun siya yung kanyang idea ng nested control structure. Okay? In this case, a for loop within a for loop. Okay? A control structure within a control structure. That is what we call nested control structure. Okay? So, hindi ko na siya tatapusin kasi napakahaba talaga if we will run this one. Okay? So, at least alam nyo kung paano siya paglalaroan. As you have observed, dito na part, nung bumalik siya kay X, then nag-ano tayo dito, in-evaluate natin siya dito, si Y, bumalik kay 1. Okay? Kasi refresh na naman yun. So, hindi niya na, wala na sa kanya yung 6 na value. Kasi binalik niya kay 1. So, ganun yung mangyayari kay for loop. Sa a for loop within a for loop. Okay? So, initial value, babalik siya sa initial value. So, yun, that is for our nested control structure na for loop within a for loop. So, another one here kanina actually, okay, this one naman is a control structure, a selected control structure within a repetition control structure. Diba? For selection si if, si while is for repetition control structure naman. Okay? So again, ang ano lang naman nito, ang value ni flag is y. So pag si flag is not equal to n, okay, yung character na n, okay, so gagawin niya to. So enter the range of loop greater than 0. Okay, so pag range equals to, so ang value na range ngayon, depende sa kung ano yung i-input mo, but then it should be greater than 0. So if range is greater than 0, eto, ang dami nito ha, a for loop within the if statement and an if statement within the while. Okay? So ganun siya. So for int I equals to 1. Okay, so ayan na naman. If range equals to greater than, then gagawin niya to. Else, gagawin niya to. So, may continue. So again, nasa ano tayo? This is sa while loop. 'Di ba? Hindi naman siya outside the for loop, hindi naman siya inside the for loop, nasa while loop siya. So pag continue, babalik lang siya diretso dito sa ating condition. Always yung tandaan, yung work ng continue is pag while at saka do while, doon siya diretso sa expression. Pag for loop, doon siya diretso sa update dito, kung for loop. Okay, so yan po yung ating nested control structure, and it was almost 4:30. So any question so far? Ano ha, recorded po to na na video na meeting again. So you may watch it again and again para maano natin yung explanation natin dito. Okay? Any question? Sakit ba
Ma'am,
sa
pwede na ako
ulo?
to, ma'am. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am.
Yes po.
Ma'am, pwede na ako to, ma-screenshot tong slide 15, ma'am.
Slide 15 na saan ba yon? Saan ba yon na wait lang ha. Saan ba yung ano natin? This one? Ay, not that one. Eto, slide 15. Yung multiplication.
Ma'am.
Oh, sure. Gusto niyo i-erase ko?
Opo, ma'am. Opo, ma'am.
I think nasa handouts to. If you try to check your handouts, nilagay ko na ko yata to sa handouts. But anyway, para yan. Yan.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, welcome. Tama yun, screenshot habang kasi baka mahuli tayo di ba? Ma-upload yung yung recorded na video. Ano pa yung gusto niyo yung screenshot? Ito ang medyo di ba, yung multiplication table, nakaka-amaze if makita niyo yung result niya. Okay? So yun, so any questions so far? I think again ha, in terms of programming, practice talaga ang panlaban natin. Okay? So hangga't pina-practice mo siya, with that makaka-learn ka talaga siya. Made-develop mo yung skills mo. And kung gusto mo talaga mag-program, wag kang parang like for example in a year or in a month hindi ka magpo-program. Okay? Mawawala siya or mawawala ka sa focus and babalikan na naman ulit. Though, pagbalikan mo naman, since may idea ka na, magiging madali lang. Pero yun nga, yung since bumalik ka at medyo nakalimutan na yung iba, medyo ka talaga, mabibehind ka talaga. Okay, so yun yung namin. Pag once nag-program ka, dapat continue siya. Huwag kang mag-stop or else, babalik ka sa uno pagbalik mo. Ganun yung nangyayari. Okay, especially fast-facing din ang natin, ang technology, 'di ba? So, there are times yung mga natin, mga kakailanganin na mga, it could be libraries or package is bago. So, kailangan natin makisabay talaga. So, pag naano mo talaga na sa programming ka na side, okay, sa ICT ka na field talaga, then make it a habit na practice talaga. Okay? So, yun. So, since wala nang question, no? So, let's proceed with your quiz na. So, again, asynchronous lang siya, no? Kasi medyo consume na natin yung oras, no? So, this will be your day 9 quiz. I will copy it to our group chat. Okay? So, this is our day 9 quiz. Saan na yun? So, that is day 9. Again, nasa Google Classroom lang po natin yan lahat. And then, for, tawag na to? For the day 9 quiz, for our day 9 hands-on, so, iano ko pa pala, no? Tama. I have here my example for our day 9. open muna natin yung instruction. Ay, sana yung instruction ko. So, eto. So, eto yung gagawin nyo for day 9 hands-on activity. Okay? So, using preferred IDE or this online or any online IDE, bakit this online? Any online IDE, write a program named Factorial Calculator. Okay? The program should perform the following: ask the user to enter a positive integer. Check if the entered integer is positive or negative. If it is positive, perform step 3. Okay? Which is, ang step 3 is calculate the factorial of the entered positive integer and display the result. Note, the factorial of n is denoted by n, then yung may exclamation, and calculated by the product of integer numbers, name 1, from 1 to n. For example, the entered integer is 5, so the calculation factorial is 5. Factorial of 5 is equals to 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 equals to 120. Okay? Then otherwise, if negative yung yung in-enter, display an appropriate error message and the program should stop. Okay? And then here repeat step 1 to 3 5 times. Okay? After 5 times, exit ang ating program. Okay, screenshot your code and output and upload the images to this link. If using online compiler, yun yung gagawin, screenshot lang. And screenshot ang code and output. While if using NetBeans or text editor, upload the Java file only. So this is a sample output na meron tayo. So pag i-enter niya is 5, so ito yung magiging result niya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the factorial of 5 is 120. Then mag-i-enter siya ulit, and then if mag-i-enter siya ng negative 5, ng lesser than or negative number, so magbibigay siya ng invalid input, program stop. Okay, and then stop ang program. And then another one here, so yan, halimbawa, halimbawa correct naman yung pinaglalagay niya lahat. So hanggang 5 times, maghihingi siya ng value kay user. So like for example, meron ako dito na ginawa. Saan na yan? Where is the factorial example? No. Siyempre, hindi ko ipapakita sa inyo, no? Okay. So, ran file. Okay. So, enter a positive integer. So, like for example, 5. So, 5. Yan. Then, 120. So, yan yung magiging ano niya. Okay. And there another 8. Yan. And then, 6, 4, 2. So, since 5 times na akong nag-enter, diretso siya mag-stop. Okay? So, ganun yung ano natin. Pero, pag once during running, first run pa lang, okay, first run pa lang is negative ang nilagay mo. So, invalid input, program stop. So, diretso siya. So, kung sa kalagitnaan naman, nagkamali ka, doon din siya magsa-stop. Like for example, 3, 2, negative 1. Invalid input, program stop. Ganun yung mangyayari. Okay. Any question or clarification sa ating hands-on? Ma'am, later naman pag once na ginagawa na namin. Again, you may choose any other IDE. It's up to you. Sure, wala kayong tanong? Okay? So, since wala tayong tanong, no? Sure ba kayo talaga? Walang tanong. Sige. Kindly turn on your audio, then sabihin nyo na okay na po.
Okay na po.
Okay na po.
Okay na po.
Okay, sige. Thank you for that. So, again, sana may natutunan kayo ngayong hapon na to. So, thank you so much for your time and hoping na tomorrow mas marami po tayo. And please, by the way, hindi ko pa siya na-update yung yung inyong performance ninyo, yung progress ninyo. So maybe mamayang gabi or tomorrow bibigyan ko kayo ng update regarding it. And again, please reminder lang, please send your yung acknowledgement na permado na ng parents ninyo at saka na fill upan na siya. Yung sa waiver. Okay? So thank you so much. You may now leave the session. Thank you so much for your time. Have a good day, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.